Hello, everybody. It's your man, Spin Nation here. Hope all's well, and I'm with my man, Riders Up. Tim, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great for a Tuesday. Kind of felt like a Monday, and I had to double check and look at the calendar and my watch and make sure it was like, is this Tuesday Night Lights? Because after the long weekend, I was a little confused, but I'm ready.
Exactly. And first and foremost, let's everybody wish Tim a very happy 40th wedding anniversary. Many happy returns, my man.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Absolutely. But we are here tonight to do some Tuesday Night Lights with Assiniboia. Very excited. And let's bring it up here. 12 minutes to race one. And we got a full field of 6. Nobody has scratched out. We already got Bobby D with his bet here. Hi, buddy. How are you? Todd. We got we got Bob Jackson. How are you, buddy? Great to see you. Bobby D's got 513 with 24. Exact the box.
Yeah, right before we went on, Sean, I was actually going to say, wow, I didn't see any scratches, but they did have a couple of late scratches, and one of them will be an impact scratch, I think, in race 3. The 2 Ambrose Sunset is scratched, and then one of the outside horses, I believe it's race 5. Yes, race 5, the also eligible, the 11 is out.
Okay.
So really just an also eligible and 1 scratch, but we got some big fields, some 10-horse fields, some 9-horse fields. So should be a good night of racing at Assiniboia.
Very good. And being that we are, Tim, just a mere 3 months away from Turfway's opening, the mayor of Turfway was down today painting some of the benches today, making sure that they're looking proper for the fans coming up. So no bets tonight. He's tired, but he wishes everyone good luck. And Tommy Hollett comes straight from Assiniboia, or close to it. Hey, buddy, how are you? Great to have you.
Yeah, I was actually up in Cincinnati over the weekend, Sean, and one of the many things that we did over the weekend, and as I went by Turfway, I was going to swing by and check on the mayor and see how the track was doing and check on our suite, but I didn't get an opportunity to do that.
I got it. Yeah. He's making sure. Yep. He's putting in bids for the Breeders' Cup as we speak. There you go. And we got Scott Letty. Hey, buddy. We got Jay Worm in the house. What's up, my man?
Bob? Scott, right. Jay Worms, Bob Jackson. Hey, Tom. Jesus Acosta, buenas noches, Jesus.
Our ace was up 5-1 tonight, and he gave up 4 home runs in 1 inning. Yikes.
Who's that?
Garrett Crochet for the Red Sox. He was up 5-1, and he gave up 4 home runs in 1 inning. Yikes.
Not good.
Not good. Okay, but now we're on to the hey, we got Nick in the house. How are you, buddy? Great to see you.
Good evening, Nick.
All right. We got 6 furlongs allowance, purse 18,000 Manitoba bred for 3-year-olds and up, which have never won 2 races. Here we go. And Kurt's got 5-3-2, and Stretch has got 5-4-1. Hey, Neil, how are you, buddy?
What's up, Todd?
Okay, so they both interestingly have the 5 Hey Sweet Darling on top.
Yeah, they can have that one. You know, I came into this race, Sean, with a horse I wanted to play against and one that I liked that I thought I was going to get a price, and darn it.
All right, so my first horse is War is Hell. Jason Homer and J.R. Patterson. I like the fact that this horse, cutting back to the 6 furlongs, his maiden special weights really weren't that bad. Came in 1st and 3rd with Pruitt. Patterson's riding very well right now. And I think like somewhere along the line around June 18th, the light finally turned on for this horse. And he was bothered. Remember, War as Hell was the horse that got clipped. Let's quote clipped. Exactly. So we'll throw that race right in the garbage can. And he's the 1st and 2nd in 2 and 3 tries at this distance. So I thought with Patterson, this one was interesting, and they are playing him right now 2-1. My second horse was Flying Tex, Jerry Gourneau and Sekaran. I really love the way this horse uh, forced the pace last time watching the replay on the outside coming up from Lone Star. I think he's finally found the right sandbox of friends to play with, and I think he's going to be pretty tough there. And my third pick in this race was a 3-track robber, Michael Pierce and Deshaun Bino, the old Wyoming Downs to Assiniboia Downs move, not one that I'm used to handicapping, but he did show some versatility, which I like. He can run in the lead or he can come from behind, and I kind of like that there. So he was my third pick. So in order, I was 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. Are you sure you just weren't going down your program there, Sean?
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. That's the way.
We're pretty close, especially up top. The one that I really liked here a lot, and I thought I was going to get a bit of a price on, was the 2 Flying Tex. This horse came in on debut last time out in that maiden special weight, and just kind of came with a really good run late in that race at 6 furlongs. Now, obviously, coming back against winners for the first time, but that race will put that horse in contention with these immediately. The one, War is Hell, who you liked on top, I actually have second. This one's coming off a couple of routes, be it tough fields with the Derby Trial and the Manitoba Derby, but getting back to sprinting, and this is also one who broke his maiden just before those 2 races at this distance of 6 furlongs. And if you're looking at the times, that race was slightly faster than the one Flying Tex just ran. But I like the recency in that race. I like Gorno coming back, one last start. His percentage is a little bit low for me. And but looking at the one, that the thing about it to me was the route to sprint angle is not one for Homer that I typically like. So I kind of decided to take the 2 over the 1 there. Thought I would get a better price than the 2 to 1 we're getting right now. I don't like the favoritism at all. The one I took a stand against, I didn't like at all, was Track Robber. And, those races, I know you can look at them and some of them look decent and everything on paper, but as you said, it's hard. Wyoming Downs, that's not a track we talk about a lot.
Right.
This one's just going to have to come up here and prove something. Does have a work over the track, and it's just okay to me. So I was going to take a shot against that one. And the one that I kind of like a little bit in here is the 4 Shocking Malice, getting, our girl Pruitt up. And this one is taking the route to sprint angle and should move forward a little bit. I think when you look at the 6 furlongs, those races were a lot better than 2 turns, 7.5 in the mile. So getting back to a single turn is probably good. Maybe they built a little bit of stamina and this horse can finish underneath. I don't think it's an exacta threat at all, but it is one that I thought how many times have we seen her finish? She's got 16 third place finishes. She's always bringing her horses late. With that little bit of weight allowance that she's got there, bringing them home late on. So I ended up being 2, 1, and 4.
Like it. Yep. Hey, Joseph Myers. Cheers, buddy.
But Tom, I like the 2 quite a bit.
Yeah, Tom says whenever I see a horse from Wyoming or Lethbridge, Alberta, I avoid them like the plague.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's going to have to prove something to me on this surface before I go off of those races.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was just a definite play against, and even at that price, I really don't like the horse. They were having to saddle the horse on on the walk, and looked a little bit wound up, and you can see they must have got excused from the post parade. While they're doing the post parade, this horse is already in the backstretch. So whole lot to me there I don't like. The only thing I do like is that they're getting Bino up. Michael Pierce is 2 for 3. So in limited races here, he's got 2 wins and only 3 races. But I'm going to try to beat that one.
Absolutely. And there's our boy Hot Rod. How are you, Hot Rod?
What's up, Hot Rod? After this race, Sean, we'll have to talk about some of the races over the weekend. Yes. Big weekend of racing behind us now that we can go back and talk about.
Someone was asking me, by the way, where is Sovereignty's next race? And the answer is the Breeders' Cup.
The Breeders' Cup Classic.
He's just going to train straight up to it. No more races, just straight to it.
Yep. I think it's smart.
Yep.
Yeah, Tom, I was with you, buddy. I looked at that and I was like, yeah, I hope this horse is the favorite.
Yeah. I was hoping he'd be 6-5, you know?
Yeah. It's like, let them have all of that.
Yeah, exactly. Tom, what's the weather up there tonight? But looks nice, but I don't know if it's a little bit windy or the trees are blowing up there.
57 degrees.
Definitely hot rod. We'll talk
We'll talk about that here in a minute for sure.
Race. Yeah.
3 minutes left.
Don't tell Johnny Velasquez he's 53.
He's been riding well over the last week.
My God.
But
52, excuse me.
Closed up Saratoga for the beat.
Yes. Curtis Sinet, how are you, buddy? We got try 1-4 with 1-4-2-3-5 with 1-4-2-3-5. Good luck, Curtis. Shuck in the 6. Canada finally added daily doubles. They did not always have rolling doubles until like 3 years ago. I remember going up there. I said, "Where's the daily double?" They're like, "We don't have one." I'm like, "What?" And you call this racing?
I'm going crazy tonight, Sean. I got some thoughts in my head about some wagers and some things.
Love it. Love it.
You ready for the first one?
Yep. Some winning wagers. I love it. Yep.
All right, folks, I'm confused. So maybe we'll see some really late money coming in on the 1, but right now you look at the board and the 1 and the 2 are both sharing favoritism at 5-2. The pools are kind of low, so we still might get some late money. But when you look at the exacta pool, the exacta pool blows my mind because I absolutely love the 2. It makes a lot of sense here in this race for me. And I look at the board and the exactas are absolutely crazy. The lowest exacta is a 1-5. The 2 is nowhere to be found and they all pay pretty well. So since they all pay well, let's just do all.
Love it. Love it.
We're going to play a $2 exacta, 2 all.
Yeah. There you go.
$10.
Yep.
And hope we catch one of the bigger ones, but any of them, even the lowest one's actually a 2-3, not even a 2-1. So I'm a little confused with things right now, but I like the way the exactas are playing with the horse that I like. So let's play that.
Amen. Amen.
Sometimes you got to look at the board and see what the board is giving you with the way you're thinking about them. And it's kind of what I came up with.
And 2 looks good on his toes.
I think the 2's a horse to beat.
Yeah, I think so too.
And not because the horse is a favorite on the board. I was hoping it would be bigger.
No.
But on paper, it looks competitive, but I like this too.
Yep. Tim, when is UK's first football game? Or they already played?
They played this past Saturday.
How'd they do?
They beat Toledo.
Oh, okay, there you go. Do we have high hopes for them this year or no? Okay, no. Not going to be a good year.
None. It's going to be a long season.
Gotcha.
My high hopes for this year is that the University of Kentucky finally fires Mark Stoops.
Okay, yeah.
Listen, I have a perspective about this, and I can actually justify it with numbers, but I think he is the most, listen to this, the most overpaid coach in worldwide sports.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Yeah.
Worldwide sports.
Mhm.
At one time, he was way up in the top 10 of all national coaches, and everybody above him and below him had national titles. The guy can't even win the SEC.
Yeah.
He can't even get to a bowl. And
Yeah.
yet he's one of the highest paid coaches in the country. Get that dude out of here, please.
Ridiculous.
Get him out.
Yeah. James White's got a daily double 2 with 3, 4, 6. Good luck. Mike T, how are you, bud?
Groundhog will look really good this weekend, and they will probably beat UK up and down the field.
Yeah. Win 4, exact the box 4. 5 try 4 5 1 2 1 2 4 5. Good luck, Mike T. We're about to get to the gate here. Good luck to everybody. Again, we're on 2 all here. And then poor Nick's here. Yeah, Nick's got a
bold statement here, Sean. Yeah, that this 3 is going to finish off the board.
Love it. Okay.
Of course, is now sharing favoritism with the 1. Now the favoritism switches over to the 5. Yeah, Nick, believe me, I'm a huge Kentucky fan. It's just that if you know Kentucky football, it's like you never get your hopes up. We've been a mess since Bear Bryant left.
And I've never seen an Alabama team so bad and flat. They were just awful.
They're horrible.
A current 5-2 favorite. Hey, sweet darling. Now just waiting on Attaboy Cookie.
Attaboy Cookie.
Yeah, I grew up in Lexington, went to UK, put 2 sons through degrees at UK.
Quickly from
Bleed
the
blue.
outside, that's Hey, sweet darling.
Hey, sweet. Boy, did the 5 take late money, huh?
Did.
The inside will put on the early pressure. They've gapped out the 3rd place horse by 5 lengths.
But they're flying up front, so they should come back.
Yep.
Flying text to the outside. Another 2 lengths.
Like where the 2's at. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, me too.
Cookie. A little bit
23 and 4.
Yeah, that's fast.
Yeah.
You can see the 1 and the 2 are already catching them.
Yeah.
To the outside, Hey, sweet darling. War is hell and flying text moving as a pair from 3rd and
Come on, Seeker.
4th. Another 5 lengths to Shocking Malice and the trailer Attaboy Cookie. 47 and 2. They hit
47. Come on,
and
get
the
that.
leader is Track Robber. War is hell on the inside. On the far outside, flying text. And in between.
Wow, this 3. The Track Robber.
Yeah. Robbing the track.
Here comes my 4 late. What did I tell you? Who would be flying at the end?
Yeah, yeah.
Every race, that's what she does. She sits back and just comes with 1 run.
Goes to flying text.
So the robber stole the first race.
Craziness.
The Wyoming shipper.
Absolute craziness. I was never going to have that. But I knew our girl at Sierra was going to come flying at the end. That's what she does every time.
Track Robber as your race winner.
Groundhog get a 2-2 double.
To determine the place and show positions. They went the opening quarter 23 and 4. The half 47 and 2. 5 furlongs, 1 minute and 3/5. Time for the 6 furlongs.
3-1-4.
14.
3-1-4.
Did anybody have the 3?
Results of the photo show number 1. War is hell. Finishing 2nd.
Oh, there you go, Neil. The Nittany Lions going to be a good team this year, Neil. Neil, did you see the video of the Penn State Nittany Lions, them all dancing with the band and everything? Google Penn State guys, Google dancing with the. It was quite awesome. It was great to see.
What's up, Paul?
Hey, Paul, how are you, buddy? Oh, good luck, Joseph. That's awesome, bud.
Yes.
Hope you enjoy your experience, my friend. Do great. Yeah, 3 definitely proved to be much the best. That's the 7-2 backers. They got a great trip. That's for sure. I wouldn't have had it, but if you had it at 7-2, that's not a bad price.
Now entering
Off the
winner's
9 to 5 morning line.
enclosure, the official winner here in race number 1, that's number 3, Track Robber.
The only thing I did like about him, I like his versatility. You can go to the lead or you can come from
That's the
behind.
mare Asiniboia by Empire Maker.
Empire Maker.
Hayes, Upendranath Ganala, and Purple Rose Ranch, trained by Mike Pierce, and ridden to victory by Demario Bino. Time for the 6 furlongs, 1:14.
Oh, disqualify the 4. Oh, no, it's official. I was going to say, so Neil could have the try. I was 1, 2, 3. No, Neil. So it was actually inside. It was actually before the games and everything. They were all dancing and singing. It was pretty cool. And like the band was in with the band was playing, and they were dancing in their seats in the conference room. It was pretty cool. What do? We turn the page, right, my friend?
That's it. Turn the page, and before we start talking about that page, let's talk about some stuff from the weekend.
Yeah, let's do that. Exactly.
What did everybody think? What was performance of the weekend for you guys?
Yeah.
Obviously, the big news of the weekend was the Jockey Club Gold Cup, and Irad deciding to ride 2 horses, then no horses.
And did a remarkable job pulling Edgar back up on before he fell.
Yeah, and Sean and I were talking about this before we came on air, and I said that, half jokingly, but the one thing I said to Sean is I don't think a lot of people really understand just how amazing what Irad did was. Because as he got knocked off his horse, as his horse lost his legs, and then he got kind of thrown, he actually lands on a barrio, and then he knocks down Zayas, and he's trying to like land there, and he sees that he's knocking Zayas over, and he's still got the reins on Mindframe. So he actually grabs Zayas with his hand, and as you look, as he's pulling the reins here, he pulls Zayas back up on a barrio, and then just kind of goes down, holding in between both horses right there, and just kind of lets himself down and does the little tuck and roll, and has to avoid Sierra Leone in the back and Pratt coming up behind and going over him, and just clipped him a little bit. But the fact that he made it through that with just some bruising and soreness was pretty amazing. And I don't think jockeys get credit for the athletes they are.
Amazing. Yeah. And Hot Rod says, I thought Antiquarian ran big time despite everything that happened. That horse was light raced and was dangerous coming into the race. Major player for me in the Classic. Well,
we agree.
We agree, my friend. I mean, I've been around him since he was just a little baby, first on the farm in Middleburg. So obviously, I'm a little bit biased. But even Johnny said after the race, he said, man, it's a shame the way that it happened. He said, but if those horses were running, he said, I would have been right there with them. He's gone from a 94 to a 97 to 103. He just keeps getting better and better. And people forget Preservationist, his dad, started running when he was 5. You know what I'm saying? So the older the Preservationist babies get, the better they get.
Yeah,
so
I agree.
So he could be around next year. So great question, Hot Rod, because obviously Johnny is going to go to Fierceness, which is absolutely understandable. If I had a guess, okay, this is an educated guess. They haven't told me anything. I don't know anything, but I would guess Edgar Zayas could be, because he rode him the first time, so he's actually ridden him before, and he's kind of a quirky horse. So Edgar has ridden him. And by the way, I've said this on Twitter this weekend, and I'll say it again. Edgar Zayas belongs up at Saratoga. That man is talent wise. I know his family loves Florida and all that stuff, but that man can flat out ride at any track. Ricardo Santana, I don't think so. Hot rod. He's not really a big. Pletcher rides Zayas a lot in Florida. You know what I'm saying? So and Zayas rode Antiquarian in his first race, so I would think that he will be. If I had to make a guess, he would be the first choice for Todd. Ground support. Wow, what a race that was!
Exactly.
99-1. Was that the Biscuit or was that Ben?
Yep. The Biscuit.
Is the Biscuit for unbelievable
for Kelsey Danner.
Yeah, Kelsey Danner making that. Wow. What a performance that was.
Yeah. And I was last week, we were talking about Kentucky Downs in our Profits chat, and there were a couple of jockeys that I highlighted to watch in all caps, and Danner was one of them.
Yeah. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
He brings some live ones down there.
She does, yeah. Yeah.
But any other thoughts from the weekend, Sean? What'd you think of Fierceness?
So impressive. And the fact that he got in trouble, had dirt kicked in his face, right? And when Johnny asked him to settle and get on the bridle, he did, which is so that was a real. We learned that Fierceness. I mean, and I think rightfully so. Until Saturday hadn't shown that he could do that. But if he can rate and he can actually take the kickback in the face and still run that type of race and win by that much, you know what I'm saying? I think he's a definite thing. The other thing I will say about this, okay, is that journalism is still a fabulous horse, okay? But I gotta say this. I think we saw on Saturday for him, right? I think the Triple Crown took a lot more out of him than we think. You know what I'm saying? I think he's a fabulous horse still. I just think the Triple Crown took too much out of him. And I think you're seeing that. I saw that on Saturday. I saw a tired second horse. Yeah. Even though, and if I were him, I would just train him straight up. Don't give him any more races, and just try to bring him back as fresh as you possibly can. But I just think he's found out that there's two horses that are just flat out better than him.
Yeah, he's run into a couple of good ones. And to me, Fierceness, look, if you remember back before the Whitney, I talked a little bit about Fierceness, and I said that this horse, I thought last year that he was going to turn out to be something special, and he's kind of showed that a little bit this year. But there have been the questions about Fierceness, about he needs the perfect trip, about he needs a little bit of time off, he needs his weight and everything. And when he shows up, he's as good as any horse out there, or better than any horse out there can be. And the interesting thing about the Pacific Classic to me was, as Sean just said, that was the first time he encountered adversity and overcame it and won the race. And if this Fierceness shows up, he can compete with Sovereignty. Right. He has the potential, but I just think he's quirky enough to where you never know if he's going to be able to put forth that kind of effort race to race.
I will say this, Curtis, because he's asking this, and I think this is definitely a valid statement, Tim, right? I think the best race Fierceness ever ran was the race he lost to Sierra Leone in the Breeders' Cup Classic. He did all the heavy lifting.
I would agree.
And he was only a length and a half behind.
Yeah.
Every race he's run out in California has been huge. So if you're a doubter for Fierceness, when he gets off that plane in California, somehow that California air just does mighty good things for him, because he's won many in California. He has no problem with their tracks.
Yeah, I think that's valid for sure.
Yeah. All right, so we got 7 minutes to go here. Kurt is 146. Stretch is 126. And let me read the conditions here for us, Tim. Race 2 here is 7.5 furlongs. Allowance optional. Claiming purse 18.5. for 3-year-olds and up which have never won 2 races other than maiden, claiming, or starter. And we have a full field of 6 again. No scratches. Tim, how did you see this one, my friend?
Yeah, so I think it's a little tougher than it looks on paper and in the odds. And I was trying to beat the 2 in here, and I don't really like the 2 necessarily. And if you look at this horse the last couple of times at the distance, just he came back and he won. And I'm not sure he can put 3 in a row together. I think that's a big ask for him.
Yeah.
And I'm because of that, I'm going to play against. I mean, Jared Brown is 27% one last start. So that's a really high win percentage. His one last start is higher than his normal win percentage. So typically if he wins back, but he just did that. To go back to back to back is a really hard thing to do. So I think it's a great spot to take a stand against this horse. The 1 makes a lot of sense to me. I like the 1 drawing inside, has been outside for the last couple of races. If you look at that last race, this horse basically ran the longest way around the track of anybody. Whitehall gets back on board, and this horse should definitely improve from the inside. And we all know Whitehall likes the 2 turns here at Assiniboia.
Yeah.
So the 1 on top for me, a horse that I do like a lot that right now is a little bit better price, is all the way to the outside, the number 6 Falsely Accused. This is a horse who in the last 3 races has not been beat by a combined 1 length. Has lost by a neck, and a head. So this horse is always there, always tough trying, always going to compete in 51 lifetime races, has 11 seconds. So always knocking on the door. And I look for the horse to be doing pretty much the same thing here and following up Bringer of Rain. And then I'm going to go to a horse who right now, Sean, is the longest shot on the board, and that is Bossy Holiday. That was a decent race in that last where Bossy Holiday kind of really was stuck it down on the rail in that race. And then kind of put a head in front at the beginning of the stretch, and then had to make a move, and then kind of got past late in the stretch there. But this is one who, but because of that trouble, could potentially move forward, and the numbers would put this horse right there with everybody else. But you look at the last 2 race speed figures, and the 4's on par with the 2. The 2 6-5, and the 4's 11-1. That makes no sense to me.
Right.
So I definitely think that the 4 has an opportunity to be a part here. But again, I'm trying to beat the 2, so I've got the 2 completely off 1-6-4.
Yeah.
What's up, Formula?
Hey, Formula.
Dropping by the chat.
How are you, buddy? Fish tacos tonight.
Todd's eating some fish tacos.
Neil's got a 263 try box. Good luck, my friend.
Don't like the 1 at all, Neil? What about you, Sean? What'd you think here?
Yeah, this is an interesting race. I did like the 1. That was my top pick, was Taphorn and Whitehall. I did like the fact that this horse, coming from Woodbine, did get bet. As you said, took the long way all around the whole track. I think tonight, coming from the rail, he may actually take back a little bit. I think there's a lot of speed, and I think this is one of those races where, Antonio can maybe sit back and kind of steal the show and pounce on these guys. So I thought he definitely needed the race, I think he could be live on that one. Exactly. And then I too tried to beat the 2 with the 6, Falsely Accused, and Jason Homer, Townsend, as you said. I mean, you said it perfectly. This horse is 1.5 lengths total in 3 races away from winning a race, and exactly, it's 6-1. That's a little bit versus similar. So, and he's 3 for 4 in the money at Assiniboia, so I don't think this is going to be a problem for him at all. The only thing I would worry about him is that is if he gets caught up early in the pace, you know what I'm saying? But if he takes him from behind, I think he could be a major player in this race, you know, given the speed that will be up in front of him. So I was 1-6, and then I had the favorite third, Lab Rat. But like you, I'm going to try to beat him.
I think it's a good spot to try to do that off the back-to-back wins. I do agree. Some of the people talking in the chat about the 3 here, the 3 looks good on paper, and those races look pretty decent. But we're going route to sprint here, and when you look at the sprints, I don't think, even though we're saying route to sprint is what they classify it because of the distance, it's still a 2-turn, which to me is more of a route. But this horse in a mile and an eighth the last time out won that optional claimer coming out of the Manitoba Derby, but that was against much lesser.
Yeah,
and you look, and even the odds kind of show that. I mean, we're 5-2 now, but this horse was 1-2 in that particular race, and that was against much less. And this horse would need to move forward to be able to compete with the best here, I think.
Yeah, and I think the 3 and the 2 might cancel each other out. You know, if I was looking for, you know, I'd be a little bit worried about the 2, even though he's run very good number, 71-70 here.
Yeah, I think the definite, you're absolutely right. The 2 is the one who looks like is going to be the speed, but the 3 is probably going to pressure that a little bit, you would think.
Yeah. All right. So 0 minutes to go. And I think I know what I like here. Okay. See here.
I'm surprised.
Even the 4 could even be up there with them. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, remember that's my 3rd pick, and I agree that this one has showed some early speed. So typically more of a presser than on the lead, but this one definitely should be sitting off the front.
Yeah, exactly. So all right.
We'll try to make a move as the speed kind of backs up a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
But I just really think the 6 has a big shot here, Sean, and at 5-1. This horse hasn't really done anything wrong since coming up to Assiniboia from Fawn, or even that one off the board in the first time was the early speed in that race at 7.5 furlongs, and then just kind of backed up, was just off the board, beaten only 2 1/4 lengths in the race. So really not that bad. Was right there.
Yeah.
Okay. What's up, Rick? James, welcome.
Hey, Rick, how are you, bud? 1, 2, 6, exact the box. Okay.
We're 0 minutes, Sean.
Yep. Yeah, I'm going to do very similar to what Rick's doing. I'm ready for my pick. I'm going to do a $2 exact the box. 136.
I like it. $12 wager.
Yep. Kurt's kind of on there. Rick's got 126. Kirk's got 146. We've got 136. So everyone's kind of on the exact bandwagon in this race.
Mr. Jaws now the favoritism, the 3.
One thing I will quickly say, Tim, and I always say this, right? Kentucky Downs is fun to watch, but is the one track you cannot take absolutely anything out of any race that's run, because it's
You really can. I mean, you can look at past performances just to kind of see who's fit and who likes what and what parts of the races and try to pick out a race shape. But you can't use any of their track's performance to project what they'll do there, and you can't use what they do there to project anywhere else. So it's just like anytime that I'm looking at after Kentucky Downs is over and I'm handicapping, I just draw a line through those KD races.
Sure. As even my friend Nick Lynch said, even though it's not their horse, he said if test score was on a flat track, like fast, he could have been 4-5 in that race. But because it's Kentucky Downs, he only went off at 5-2 and whatever and came in fourth. Because of the angles. Jay Worms got exact the 1-6 with 1-4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Good luck, buddy. Shucking out the 5. Danny Bass, hey bud. It's got a 6-2-1 try box. Good luck, my friend. James White, exact a try. Super 3 with 1, 2, 4, 6. And Rick Alford's got the old 1, 2, 6 exact box. We're all over the map here tonight.
We are. And I think this race kind of warrants that.
I agree.
Like I say, I even think the 4 has a decent shot underneath, and the 5's the only one that I kind of threw out.
Yeah. Hey, David, how are you, bud? Thank you, sir. Same to you. Always love having you. Todd's got 5 to show on the 5.
I just said I threw the 5 out, and Todd's like, "Cool, I'm betting the 5." Yeah, Dan, my angle at KD is I like the horses just off the pace because you can't close and it's hard to go gate to wire. So I'm always looking for those who want to be just off the pace.
Right.
And there are certain jockeys and Sean knows that I sent the Kentucky Downs manual from all the stats from last year to our group and shared that with everybody because it's always good to look at what trainers are typically hot there, what jockeys, what trainers and jockeys, just like the other day when we were doing the lounge and there were a couple of races left. Jose was getting up on a Steve Asmussen horse. And, Steve, if you look at his stats down there, he rides his sons in the vast 75% of the races.
Yeah.
But if he puts Jose or Irad up, you better bet them because they typically win most of the races. And Jose got on one last Thursday, and I was like, well, you better bet it. And Mike did here in the chat and won money on it. So at like, I think he was 5-2 or something like that, at a decent price, 3-1.
Absolutely. Yeah, Groundhog. The Europeans are going to be tough this weekend for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, let me get the sound here. Here, Kurt.
They're all set. They're at the post. And the rock. From the inside, Labrat is the first to show some early
Shocker,
speed.
Labrat.
Mr. Jaws also moving forwardly.
Yeah, Groundhog, we'll talk about Burnham Square after this race.
Bossy Holiday, Bringer of Rain, hugging the rail. Then it's Falsely Accused, and the trailer will
just like we thought, Sean, the 3 is pressing that too.
Yeah.
Lengths off the lead. The opening quarter, 25 seconds. And it's Labrat and Mr. Jaws looking each other in the eye. Falsely Accused. Moving up early, 3 wide.
There's that
Settled
6.
Right in behind them, Bossy Holiday.
Antonio's getting going on the 1.
Yep.
And the Ronald is now the trailer. 3 across the track. Through a half mile in 48-4. Labrat, Mr. Jaws in between, and Falsely Accused.
What is Rashad doing? He stood up on that horse.
I know, yeah.
With a pile of horse and now going to the outside.
What is Antonio doing back there?
No.
The head of the lane.
having a donut.
Falsely accused Mr.
3 and 6. Come on.
Come on now. Come on, guys. Stay back 4. Stay back 4. Stay back 4. Oh, these guys time these rides perfectly so that they don't. Amazing how they time these rides. If the 4 had actually moved in the thing, he probably beats them both. You know? Amazing how they time these rides. 4 would have beaten them both if he had just.
I love that 6.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I almost went to win in place in the 1 of the 6. Ugh.
I love that 6.
Ugh. Yeah, no, the 6 was exactly 3-1 gift.
The stewards opposed to number 6, falsely accused.
Yeah, Dan, I don't know if you heard me, Ray. I pointed that out on the backstretch. He stood up on that horse. I mean, like completely stood straight up.
Bringer of rain. They went the opening quarter 25 seconds. The half 48 and 4. 6 furlongs, 114.
And I don't know what Antonio was doing.
I don't know what he was doing at all.
Time for the 7.5 furlongs.
You know, I totally agree there. Yeah. Oh yeah. So speaking of our boy there, I actually had him across. Did anyone see this? I think this is the best video of the weekend. Did anyone see Ian Wilkes watching it? He's got the
doing the body English.
Oh.
He was doing the body English. But yeah, I saw this and I said, let's talk about this after the race. So Ian Wilkes has now said that I think Burnham Square is going to go on the shelf. And so I think you'll see him go on the shelf. And then next year, they're going to put him on the turf.
Yep. Yeah. He'll be on the turf. And I think he'll be a monster on the turf too.
I agree.
Yeah. He said all along, he said this horse is going to be great on turf. So his exact words were, and I quote, right? He said, we wanted him on the turf all along, but when he ran well on the dirt, I had to keep him there. You know, he said he ran too well. Exactly. But, you know, Sean, are you and Tim retired? No, we are not retired. We are both still working.
Yes, I retired once. I retired from the military, but now I'm in my second career.
No, Neil, I'm only 51. I'm not retiring.
Is he saying we look old, Sean? Is Neil trying to tell us we're old?
I think so. I'm 51. I'm not retiring. Yeah, he's definitely built for the turf, Jay Warman. What a race. Yeah. I thought for sure he was going to win.
Yeah, I did too. When he started coming, it was like, here he comes. And it was just like, I was doing that same body English that Ian was.
Me too. I'm like, come on. Oh, so close.
Hillary by Maria's Mon. Owned by Homer Thoroughbreds. Trained by Jason Homer. And ridden to victory by
Falsely accused.
By the way, kudos to your boy there. Mr. Hill ran a hell of a race there down the stretch there.
Who's that?
What's his name? The horse from Oaklawn that you loved during the winter. He came in like 3rd, didn't he? What's his name? Something Hill.
Hill Road.
Yeah. Hill Road. Yeah. He ran a great race.
He did.
Yeah.
Sunset. And we'll carry on with the rest of the changes in this evening's pick.
Wow, I didn't
I'll
see
be back
that.
in 1 second.
Did you see that, Sean, that yesterday at PM, the one horse won the first 6 races?
Yeah, isn't that amazing?
I did not see that. The pick 5 is 1-1-1-1-1.
Is that Prairie Meadows? The one won the first 6 races? Wow. Well, what am I doing?
That's the only PM I know. So,
where's that music?
What's that?
You know that? Oh, there you go. Sorry. I was like, I had music on here. I'll be right back, my friend.
Sure, no problem. All right, we'll wait for Sean before we talk about the conditions and everything for the next race, but you can go ahead and scratch the 2 Ambrose Sunset. Scratch the number 2. I think that does impact the way the race shapes up a little bit. Pretty interesting on that horse, though. That horse had a monster maiden special weight win last June at Chippewa Downs, won that race by 13.5 lengths, and then goes on the shelf. And here we are a year and a couple months later. It was like, and now the horse scratches out. So not surprised. Not surprised at all. But I think there's a horse here who's probably going to be a big favorite. Looks that way. And it does kind of make sense. So we'll see what Sean thinks when he gets back.
What do we got? What do we got?
I was just talking about the 2 scratching out here, which was really interesting because the horse.
Oh, yeah.
It opened up at Chippewa and then wins a race by 13.5 lengths in June of 24 and has been on the shelf since.
Yeah.
And now they enter the horse here, has got some works over the track. They enter the horse and now is a late scratch.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Interesting.
So, makes you wonder.
Yeah. Exactly.
Right. Head scratcher for sure.
No doubt. No doubt. And the third race, let's see here, is 6 furlongs claiming purse 10,000.
Here we go.
3-year-olds which have never won 2 races. Here we go. Here's Tim's. Well, the most impressive debut was Scratch. So
for sure. But when you look at this race, I mean, it's kind of interesting in that you had that one that was coming in, and then you've got the 3 coming in from the North Dakota Horse Park, and then you look at the 5, and let's see, same thing, and you look at the 6, same thing, and it's just this race is kind of weird.
This is kind of weird, yeah. And then you say to yourself, okay, why did Mini Glazed Donut go from maiden special rates against some really good races to claiming 12.5? Numbers are 2. And
then nobody claims the horse, so they bring her back in a 10,000.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that's kind of interesting. But versus this crew, though, I will say that Mini Glazed Donut looks like a standout to me.
I said the same thing. I didn't say which one. I said there's a horse that looks like a standout.
It's 3 to 5. It just looks like head and shoulders over this group. Yeah. Like that, everyone's for second. And I even said to myself, okay, what horse will actually finish second here? Because as you said, we got the far, we got everybody coming in here, and I was like, okay, so which direction do we go here? So I was clearly on the 4 as my topic. I just think it's just that much better than the rest of this group. The second horse, I really had to kind of think about this one. I mean, I don't know. The North Dakota Derby, is that a good race? Is that a key race? Is it, what the heck is it? And
it's at the North Dakota Horse Park, so I'm going to say no, even though they
right. That's what I'm saying, exactly. And it was at CPW and didn't run a lick. So that's interesting. Then you have a jockey that we've never seen on the 6, Nhar. Nhar is coming in here. This horse is as a second at the distance, but for $2,000. So my second pick was the 7, Turn It Loose, because at least this horse has run well on this track against some okay horses. So I figured, hey, maybe this horse can come in second to Donut. And then my third pick was the was there. I mean, the two obviously scratched and made the difference here. Yeah, I was the 6th. So I was 4, 7, and 6. But I have no confidence underneath. Other than the 5, I have no confidence underneath. Nathan Har. Thank you, Tom.
Yeah, when you look at these, Sean, and you look at the wheel pays right now, the $2 double with the 4 is paying $14.
Yeah.
The next closest is the 7, paying $41.
Yeah.
So the pick 3 to the 4 pays $7.83, and the 7 pays almost double that, $13.60. So the 4 is a clear favorite here, and not only that, the 7's the clear second choice. I mean,
Yeah.
when I handicapped it, it was like the exact same thing. It's like I think the 4 is a standout, and the 7 stands way above everybody else. And
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Our Stephanie, have a great time tomorrow, Kentucky Downs. Thursday, Saturday racing. Have fun.
All right, heading to Kentucky Downs. Good for you.
Neil's got 476 try box, and Bobby D's got 4-7 with 4765 and winning the 1. But there's 2 scratches, I may have to add the 6. Major pace advantage may steal the race. Okay. Good. Good. Anything could happen in this race.
You know, the 2 was the only one. That's why I say it definitely affected the race, because the 2
no
was
doubt,
the only
yeah.
one that really showed a horse that wants to be out there early speed and everything, even though the 6 has a couple of lines to where there are some ones there. I think that there are more that aren't, and this horse probably wants to stalk more than be in the lead. So is probably going to inherit the lead as a result. So I would agree with that, but I'm not sure that this horse can hold on against this group, especially the 4.
Yeah.
But even the 7, I think the 7's better than the 6 as well. But the 1 is one that, even though this horse has been running at Assiniboia, the numbers just say that this horse isn't there with the rest of this group. So
No,
even the invaders, it's hard for me to back the 1. So then you got to pick one of the invaders with the 4 and the 7.
Right.
3, 5, or 6. I don't get the money the 5 is taking, honestly.
No, I don't either.
Just because you're throwing words like Derby on there and some of those.
Yeah,
the thing is, I mean, you look at the fact that this horse is running at the same track as these other horses, and to me, it looks like when you're looking at numbers of the races, it looks like the 6 has been as competitive as the 5.
Yeah. And it doesn't even have like buyers. It doesn't even have, you know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
Which makes it even more challenging. Thank you to everybody out there for joining us as always. I was taking money because if the horse runs back to what it did on July 18th, the race is for second. That number on sheet is faster than anything the 4 horses done. Would that be our second Wyoming?
I'll agree to disagree.
Will that be our second Wyoming horse winning tonight? or
Rod, this is what gets you in trouble looking at those California numbers and comparing them against the East Coast numbers, because they don't equate track to track like that.
Yeah, Jim Worm said, I think my best bet is to take a pass on this one.
That's probably the best bet of the night right there, Jay Worm.
I don't blame you.
All right, Sean, we haven't done this in a bit, so this is probably
what's about to happen here? Love it. Rick Albert's got a 4.76 straight, and Danny Bass has got a 4.763 super box. These races tonight are definitely perplexing.
Yes, Joseph, I totally agree with that one.
I agree.
You know, and I have no problem doing that. We've talked about this before. Our format on the show is we're going to place a small wager on each race and spread our budget out and just play each race to have some interest, talk through the races, and have a good time here. But when I'm betting myself and going through a card, I am certainly not betting every race. If I don't have a strong opinion, I am not betting it. And if the race is ugly, I am not betting it. I'm just not going to do it. And if the horse I like is extreme undervalue, I'm not betting it. It's
right.
I got to have a little bit of value and something to take a chance on spending my money. I'm just not giving it away to the calls anymore.
Right. I'm with Tom here 100%. How is happy with the 11-1? But what possibly could you be betting that would be 11-1 worthy? That, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's exactly what I said. Was after the 4 and the 7 is the only one that ran the track, and there is nothing there for me to like that would put this horse above any of the other horses that are coming in from other tracks.
And the one time this guy rode him, he came in 8th. You know.
I don't think he fits here at all, and 11-1 is baffling.
Yeah. Mini Glazed Donut looks good on the track.
That's a good horse, I'm telling you. Mini Glazed Donuts has looked pretty good this year.
No idea why they dropped them, but yeah, he didn't seem like he belonged in this group at all. 139,000 the jackpot.
I'm betting the entire bankroll right now
on the one. On the one. Here we go, Tom.
I'm not.
He's due.
Yeah, that's it. It's got to be due.
Watch, we just all put him in the winner's circle. Like $70. I thought this was really cool that Kenny McPeak's a real good guy. We hung out with him for like 10, 15 minutes at Parks last year, Tim and myself. And the last day of Saratoga, he took Torpedo Anna out and said to everybody, if you want to come out and meet her and all that stuff. And for like a half an hour, she just stood there and people came up and patted her and said hello to her. I thought that was really, really cool on his part. I agree, Joseph.
Sean, who you like best between the 5 and the 6?
Between the 5 and the 6 here, I would pick the. I mean, I don't really like either one. I would pick the 5 only because I think he's a little bit better. But it's splitting hairs to me. I don't really like, I'm not thrilled with either one of them. But
Yeah, exactly.
I do kind of like the 5 a little bit, only because Bennett is ridden pretty
That's
solid.
exactly what I was looking at.
That's yeah.
But I'm not going to get crazy, so let's just do this.
All right, here we go.
I'm just going to keep it simple, Sean. We're going to do a $10 exacta 4-7. I think it's pretty
Love it.
straight.
Okay,
It is the lowest exacta out there, but right now it's
Yeah.
pretty darn good. It's paying 4.5 to 1. We'll take that.
Yep.
And you can see curtain stretch are both single in the 4 here in the pick 5.
Yep.
Makes sense. We won't play that jackpot until it's a mandatory payout again.
Right.
Let me take $10 out of our bankroll.
Yeah, the Torpedo Island may be even back next year if she feels good.
One thing about Kenny that I really like and respect is that I don't know if you guys saw this, but there were some comments and some things going on Horse Racing X here over the last few days, and he was right in there agreeing with some thoughts, and some people were talking about, in particular, I'll just say it, they were talking about Beyer speed figures, and he was basically saying, I don't like Beyers, the numbers or the man. So Kenny wasn't sugarcoating anything.
No, exactly. And it's so true. When Sarava won the Belmont, his numbers were like 20, 30 below. And Kenny said even before that race, I don't look at numbers. I just look at how my horse is training and what he's telling me. And he's telling me they can run a big one. And Sarava won the Belmont, even though his numbers were like 20 something behind everybody. He said, if my horse runs his race, he's going to be right there, Worldwide Horse Racing Channel. Thank you for joining the friend. 456.
Good luck.
Tom Mihalik's got the $1 try play 4 with 7-6 with 7-6. Good luck, Tom. I remember when he won the Belmont. I actually had a couple of bucks on him because Kenny said, I don't believe in those things. And Sarava won. I love it. Tom's doing the old 4-1-6-2-2 $1 pick 5 play. Love it. Love it. Oh yeah, let me bring up Kurt here.
Molly's Challenge, the next one, Ed.
Couple
Here
left to
comes
load.
the overwhelming 3-5 favorite. That's Mini Glazed Donut.
Mini glazed donut.
Gila's Moon. She finds her spot. Just 2 left to load. Cora's Breeze. Cora's Breeze will get a little extra help from the gate crew.
6 is a little feisty.
And now just waiting on Turn It Loose.
Turn it loose. Turn
All
it loose.
set there at the post.
And they're off.
And they're off. From the inside, Mini Glazed Donut away well. But on the inside, there goes Molly's Challenge. Straight out to grab the early lead, Cora's
Molly's Challenge wins. I did not have this.
Mini Glazed Donut Moving up in third, Happy Birthday.
That's not
Sitting
happening.
in fourth, then Kayla's Moon. And the trailer is Turn It Loose. Molly's Challenge cuts the opening quarter in 25 seconds. Mini Glazed Donut eating up ground in second, making a move.
This
3
4 is
wide,
much the
that's
best. And here
Kayla's
comes the
Moon.
7 on the
4
outside with
wide
the
to
5.
Turn It
They
Loose.
bet the 7 down to
Happy
3-2.
Birthday and Cora's Breeze. The half mile and Molly's Challenge is getting a challenge on the outside from the favorite Mini Glazed Donut. The half 49-4 and Mini Glazed Donut goes by and grabs
Come on,
the
4-7.
lead. Turn It Loose
Easy peasy.
in an all-out pursuit, but it's going to be too late. A 16th of a mile to go.
And the 4-7-5 try I was going to bet also came in, but 4-7-5.
Wow. Yeah. Look at the
Just-
6.
Yeah.
I did not like the 6. Look how washed the 6 is.
Dead last.
Holy cow, that 6 is so washed.
Easy money.
Yeah.
Take what they give you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And Tom is still alive in his $1 and $1 pick 5.
You know, the funny thing though, Sean, is when I bet the 4-7, it was paying $8 for 2.
Yeah.
Now
What's
it's
it paying
now it's paying $3.70.
Are you serious for $2?
Yes.
You actually lose money?
No, because we didn't box it. We bet it straight.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. Good.
But it's just crazy that it dropped that much.
That's what the cause is up there.
Well,
It's
I mean,
ridiculous.
but it was pretty darn clear. It made sense.
Yeah.
It's just like
Yeah.
that was the only bet that made sense.
Yeah, I thought the 4 would deserve to be 2-5. I didn't think the 7 deserved to be 3-2. You know what I'm saying?
No, and that's why I was asking about the 5, because that's exactly what I had keyed up. I was going to bet a straight 4-7-5.
Yeah, but that's how I had it, was 4-7-5. You know. Yeah, I did not like that. Yeah. But a win is a win.
We'll take it. We'll take our few
Oh.
dollars. Call.
Those crows are out again up in Assiniboia. Yeah, look at Joseph Myers got the crows up there on the call. We just got hit by the call bug. Call.
A win is a win. We will take it and move
A
on.
win is a win, absolutely. That is the truth.
That's about as clear cut as it gets, though. Sometimes that's what you have to do if you're gonna. Is just take that and move on.
That's number 4, Mini Glazed Donut.
Tim said, call.
3 years old, by Passion for Action. Out of the Bear Sweet Cinnamon Bun by Power Broker. Owned by Jay Goy Racing. Trained by Tiffany Husbands. And ridden to victory.
Yes, 370 means 1850 for the good guy.
Yeah, absolutely. So our $10 bet wins $8.50.
Yeah,
we'll take it.
Todd just lost even though he won.
That's the worst feeling right there.
I was like everybody who bet the pick 5 the other day. Just joking, they all lost. They won, but they lost.
Race 3 is official.
What does try pay? 96 cents. Oh.
$50,000 guaranteed pick 4 weight.
I think we actually bet it the right way. You see what the try paid? 96 cents for 20 cents?
In this evening's pick 4.
Wow.
Turning your programs to race number 5. Number 4.
Yeah, no, absolutely, Neil. Yeah.
Take the jockey Rashad Knight.
Wow.
And scratch number 11. Hazard to your health.
Well, Sean, after that, though, we're back up to 86.50. So.
Yes, love it. Yes, exactly. Now this is funny, Tim. I love this, right? Someone said this to me because obviously people know I'm friends with Junior. He said, Junior only had 18 or 19 wins on the meet. I said, dude, 9 of them were stakes. what do you care when half of your mounts are? We didn't win the VIP fan again. Come on,
we're running out of time.
We're running out of time here.
I have to call Curtin Stretch and
see. Yeah, and say, hey guys, what are we doing here? I'm calling the high ups. Exactly. just because I actually saw them at the they're a lot of fun. We kept bumping into each other, and I said to him, I said, when do we become fan of the? And he said, you can't go to. I'm like, oh, come on, man. Exactly. So, yeah, but yeah, so crazy. Yeah, so I said, what do you care when what does 20 cents mean? Is that just per $1? Yeah. So that means for every 20 cents bet, the trifecta paid 96 cents for every 20 cents you bet. Wow. The Fort Erie High Five today paid $4.15. I don't think I've ever seen that. A high five.
Although that right there on the screen is pretty ugly.
Yeah.
Even the 20-cent super, 475, they're $6.21.
That's hysterical. Yeah. So this is where I was kind of laughing when they said Junior fell like 30-something races behind Irad. I'm like, yeah, but he won more stakes than almost anyone did. So exactly. So you want to keep winning $30,000, $40,000 claiming races, or do you want to win every $1 million race they have? You know, I think Johnny V.
I'll tell you, one of my favorite wins the other day was a horse that I really liked, Stars and Strides.
Oh yeah, is that one going to be one hell of a horse?
Yeah, I think so too.
As Junior said about him, right? He said, Spin, he's like a rodeo ride. He said, but he knows how to run. And he loves the inside. He loves the inside when he came up like, vroom.
That horse is good. I liked him a lot going into that race.
Yeah, he's gonna be a real horse. Remember that, folks. Stars and Strides. He's gonna be really good. Wings are getting stronger. Time to make some cash in the lights. I love it. There you go. Thanks, Tom. He'll be happy to represent us for fan of the night. Oh, awesome. Yeah. What if we say we send Tom's our representative, right? and he can go to the thing for us and get our award. You know, we'll have Tom stand in the winner's circle and present the Trust the Profits trophy.
On behalf of Trust the Profits.
Yes, on behalf of Tom Hollick tonight is presenting the trophy for fan of the night. Love it. Okay, so we're right back up to $86. And race 4 coming up in 11 minutes. What do we got here? We've got 6 furlongs claiming purse 10,300 for fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and up, which have never won 4 races. Oh, that's an interesting category. And I usually see a 4, non-winners of 4 race. And we seem to have a relatively heavy favorite right now in the 1 to 5 unknown caller.
Yeah, that's not staying. There's not a lot of money in the pools right now.
No. Todd's
horse may still stay the favorite, but I doubt this horse stays at 1 to 5. There are other horses good enough to where they should take the money. And if the 2 stays at 1 to 5, I'm completely off that horse and I'll try to beat it. That's too big of an underlay for me.
If Mini Glazed Donut isn't claimed here, I'll be shocked.
Yes.
There must be some back stretch. It didn't get claimed again. How did he not get claimed out of that race?
I don't get it. Maybe we should have claimed him, Sean.
Yeah, seriously. Is there some back stretch like the agreement here? What was, man, the horse drops that level and no one claimed him. Bobby D's got 2 on the 1-6, and Todd's got $256 for a try for $1. Oh, Did someone fall there?
I missed it. I wasn't watching. What'd you see?
He was on the ground. Oh, he may have been. He may have been getting his.
I think he was folding his blanket.
He was folding his blanket. There you go. Cops are scared to claim that one. Can the owners buy back the horse so it doesn't get claimed? Paul, they would just scratch him. That's the way he doesn't get claimed. You just scratch him.
Or you're paying vets under the table so they void your claim.
Yeah.
Don't get me started on that shit that's going on. The amount of horses that are coming up and claiming races, and the claims are being voided, and then they're coming back and winning without any kind of issues. That shit's happening far too often.
Way too often. Way too often. But we'll save that for another day.
Neil said that guy was having a picnic in the paddock, Sean. That's what it was. He was.
Oh, he was exactly.
He was picnicking out there.
I love it. There you go. All right. So, how did you see this race, Tim?
Yeah, I'm looking up here right now. 624 and 261. So pretty interesting as far as stretch. I'm pretty close to stretch, but not exactly. I do have the 2 unknown caller on top.
Yeah.
The thing I like about this one, and I'll talk about a couple in here, is that when you look at the 2, this is one that seems to be getting better every race, 42, 49, 55 buyer speed figures each time out. And this is another example of what I was talking about a couple of races ago when we played against a horse. And this one has had 3 wins in a row and then comes out the last race. And even though it was dropping down in class, did not get the win, was out front early on and then faded late. But I think comes back here and against this group is good enough to win for sure. The one down inside, Destined to Dance, that last race was pretty good, but it was at a little longer. Kind of drew off a little bit there pretty easily in that race. But there are questions on the shortening to 6 furlongs here for this horse. Has raced 7 times at the distance, only has 1 win and 1/3. So we're going to fill out the board there and give this horse 1 second to kind of make sure we got 1 of each. So I had the 1 in second, and then I went to the 6 for my 3rd pick under budget. I thought the 6 would actually be lower than the 1 on the board, but I like the 1 a little bit more. This one's going to be closing, but the numbers got better a little bit last time out, getting back to 6 furlongs, which that was the first win for this horse at 4 tries at the distance. But so first time off the claim. So now you got coming back off of the win. And here's the thing that's kind of scary about this one is that Michael Nault is hitting at 41% when coming back off of a win with horses.
Yeah, exactly. That's amazing.
So that that kind of makes you want to consider the 6 here a little bit. Obviously, strong connections and everything, but I'm just not sure the numbers match up, Sean. This horse would have to move forward pretty good. Although, just like we just said, speed figures aren't everything, but even the times in the races and everything else, it's just that I think this horse is against better than she's been running against. Despite those stats. So again, 40% means he loses 60%. So I think this is one of those. And 2-1-6. I do think the 2 is a big favorite. You could put the 1-6, you could put the 6-1. I think they're both pretty similar, but I do have the 2 on top.
Yeah. There you go. 5 at Yonkers if you can get in. Oh, God. He's bonkers at Yonkers. Guaranteed. Now, this is Tim's avenue right here, the guaranteed pick 4 pool. This is a little bit more up Tim's alley.
Too late. They're off. Todd.
Yeah.
Harper Sealster. Anyway, I'm sorry, Sean. Go ahead.
But so pick 4 is guaranteed at 50,000. This is more Tim's style here.
Yes.
Always loves a good pick 4. Especially guaranteed. Ethan Nolan, how are you, my friend? 2614 straight superfecta. I like it. Horses are coming on the track. Let's see how they look. This would be a race probably if I was okay. Danny Bass got a 1-2-6-4. He's looking to buy dinner again. He owes him a juicy something. There you go. Nice take. Groundhog's got to try 2 with 6-7 with 1-5-7. Good luck, Groundhog. Groundhog, great way for Junior to end the meet yesterday. A couple of nice winners. Destined to Dance. Antonio Whitehall.
Hey, Sean, the 20-cent pick 3 to the 2 is paying $2.80.
Wow. Okay.
A $2 pick 3. The $2 double to the 2 pays $7.50.
Wow.
Although the 6 is only paying $9.70 as a second pick.
And right now the $2 double, 2 with the 7 in the next race pays $2.
That's hilarious. The $2 double pays $1.90.
Wow.
Craziness.
Okay. Let's see.
2's back up to 4 to 5. That's starting to make a little more sense.
Yeah, a little more sense. A little more.
In this field, this horse, I do like the horse, but
yes, yeah,
she shouldn't be that big a favorite.
1 to 5 should not be that. Yeah,
no, she should at least be even money in here.
Okay.
I don't know, Groundhog. I got a couple more. You'll see. We got 3 races left. I got at least one more, if not 2, that I'm going to play against the low odds horses.
Yeah.
I think the 7 in the next race is the one that it's going to be tough to beat that one as a favorite. But in the 6th race, though, I'm going to try to beat the chalk. That's a maiden race. I'm not taking chalk. Chalk might win, but if they do, I don't. Not in a maiden race. I'm not taking a low price in a maiden race.
Antonio's horse here is interesting. 8 to 5, but I don't see it as much as 6 furlongs as I do at 7 furlongs.
Yeah, that's why I had the horse second and say that you could also reverse them and put the horse third. I'm sorry, I was looking something different. But it's the one that's exactly what I was saying is I think you could put this horse underneath in third instead of second. But I do like this horse. I think he's got a shot in here.
The one? Oh yeah.
Yeah, for underneath for sure. But I agree. I think he wants more distance.
Oh yeah, no, exactly. Yeah. All right, we're at 86.
Neil, if you watch a lot of our broadcasts, I talk about this a lot, and Sean, remind me the Remington Park horse that Derby Trail Coal Battle.
Yeah, Coal Battle. Yep.
So it back before when Coal Battle finally took the step up in the preps and still had long odds and won that race. I was on that horse that day, and I told everybody you cannot underestimate a horse that just has a big heart and just tries every time out, and he's one of those horses.
Yeah. That's Bookham Dano. Bookham Dano has just a huge heart, you know.
Man, that horse has got talent though, but he does have heart and gives 100% out.
but he's just guts. You know what I'm saying?
He
He's just guts.
He's the best sprinter in the country. I think it'd be a travesty if they skipped the Breeders'
Yeah.
Cup.
All right.
Everybody wants to see that horse again. They got to let the people see that horse run the championships.
All right. All right, Tim. I know what I'm going to do.
Let's do it.
I'm just going to do a $5 exacta box 2-6 because I do think the 6 can actually beat the 2. Now, for those people out there, so out there, folks, if I thought that the 2 was a single, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I would do it exactly like Tim did, just a $10 straight, you know, 2-6. But I don't think this 2 is an absolute, you know, single at 7-5. He may win, but I don't. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
Wait a minute, Sean. I have to ask Groundhog. Groundhog, please tell me that in the pick 6, the only one you missed is not Bookham Dano, because if you watched our show that we did that day, I said that Bookham Dano, even though I thought that Torpedo Anna and Sovereignty would win, I told Sean and said on air that Bookham Dano was the best single of the bunch.
Yeah. Tim can verify my long shot of the day was Scotland. I thought
he almost got there.
I thought he would come flying, you know, and then he did come flying. Just too short, but he was flying.
0 minutes means 5 minutes. Correct, Todd. Correct.
Yeah,
Groundhog did use Scotland and Most Wanted.
Yeah, he ran huge, Groundhog. Yeah, Junior was really happy with him.
I just thought that horse was a standout in that race. Nobody was going to beat him.
And watch him. By the way, Junior said he's coming back into his form of you know when he was young. You know what I'm saying? So he could be a player coming down the fall stretch. He loves Saratoga though. That's the one thing he really loves Saratoga. So a little grain of salt there, but he does. Good, Groundhog. We're heading to the post. 0 minutes of race 4. Over 116 joining us. Thank you as always, my friends. Good luck, Danny. One of my favorite races of the weekend personally was when Katie Davis won for my buddy Eddie Davis. I thought that was awesome. The last race, 13-1. Brother-sister combo. Love to see stories like that. She won a couple of races down the stretch there. Glad to see that.
I'll tell you who was hot the last couple of days was the Raging Cajun.
Yeah.
Kendrick has been on fire.
He has, yeah. Next year he'll start the Saratoga meet on the bench, but
yeah, most likely. Did they announce anything?
I heard someone. I thought he got 5 days, but I don't know. Let me see. I can check that for you. Let me bring up. Let me bring up our friends, Kurt, so we can hear our winning wager.
Neil's asking how many more weeks of the meet this year. They go through October the 8th, so the second week of October.
Yeah.
The first full week. The first is on a Wednesday. They'll be running that day, and then the next week they run the 7th and 8th, Tuesday and Wednesday, and that'll be the last 2 race days.
You know what was my favorite angle of the day yesterday, Tim? Was Kendrick was riding for Todd in race 2. And I said, after he took out his horse, I said, if he's letting him ride, he said, you know Kendrick's going to try his damnedest to win this race. And he won it 8-1.
Sparkling
Good luck,
Silver, the
everyone. As a
first
reminder,
division
we're
is
playing a
gonna be
$5 Exacta-Box 2-6. I didn't take that out. Let me do that
Assiniboia Downs
now.
ready to move in. Here comes the 7-5 favorite. Unknown caller. Peppermint Sisters turn.
So we got about 11 race days left. I
Yes.
think it is.
Next up, Mischarge It.
I think we have one more
Just
One
two
more
left to
Monday.
load.
Yeah.
and then the rest
Under
of them are all
budget.
2-day weeks.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Now just waiting on Highlander Honey.
Right.
The field is set. They're at the post. And the rock.
Good break by the one.
Yeah.
Quickly from the middle of the track, that Sparkling Silver to show some early speed. To the outside, Mischarge It. 3 wide's going to be Highlanders Honey. Settled in on the rail, Unknown Caller. Now going after Sparkling Silver. Then it's Peppermint Sister, Destined to Dance.
6 is dead
And your early
last.
trailer will be
Yeah.
under budget. 3 across the track through an opening quarter of 24.
I mean, this horse does like to come from back, but there he comes. He's going now.
Charge It 3 wide. Now backing up Sparkling Silver in third. Moving up Highlanders Honey into fourth. Then it's back to Destined to Dance.
Come on now,
And
6.
your
Now get
trailer
those
is gonna be
jets
under
going.
budget. They hit the head of the lane. Unknown Caller spins out of the turn with the lead.
He's not going to get there.
No, he's way too far back.
And Highlander Honey
There's the one.
Whoa, look, he's trying. The 7's going to.
7's going to get him.
Honey is gonna swoop them all.
The 6 gets the 2.
Wow.
Under budget
Wow.
rally for second. Third's gonna go to Unknown Caller.
Well, if you're still alive in the pick 5 or pick 4, then you're doing good now. Jesus. Did not see that
16-1. No.
on the bingo card. And the double is not paying $2.
Good job, Neil.
Islander Honey. Neil have that? Yeah, Neil. Way to go, buddy.
The stewards will post to number 7, Highlander Honey, as your race winner. Second goes to number 6, Under Budget. Third to number 2, Unknown Caller. A photograph has been called to determine
Oh,
first place.
Groundhog at 267. 6. Oh,
Yeah, so did I. I had 2-6 with 2-6 with 1 and 7.
15
Oh.
and 1.
But I sure didn't have the 7 on top.
Hey, Marv Beatty. How are you, man? Look at Neil. 267 try box. Love it.
Yeah, and that's going to pay you a lot with the 7 on top.
Take a bow, my friend. Take a bow.
Finished in 4th.
Neil can retire for both of us.
Yeah, because the 7-6 exacta alone is paying 45-1. Nice
Yeah,
job.
yes, I did, Paul. Yes, I did watch that. Yeah, Hugh Bowman was there, my boy from Australia. Yeah, a lot of some great riders over there. That was so much fun. Katie didn't do too well on her mounts. Well, she said she loved the way they ride, but they ride differently, so she was a little bit uncomfortable. But she had so much fun doing it. Any thoughts on Rapoli's comments about uncoupled entries?
Well, I mean, his comment was a little more than uncoupled entries because, as we all know, Naira has decided to go the way of a lot of the other tracks in this part of the country, and they're doing away with the coupled entries. So that makes sense, and that's what everybody wants. Everybody wants them to be uncoupled because it doesn't make sense to be able to couple the entry and have one of them just be a rabbit like that. So.
Right.
And most places, all of the tracks here in Kentucky allow those uncoupling laws. So that Naira didn't do it. So I think that part is good. Now, some of Rapoli's statements about his comment about, I think he said that Dylan basically made his move on
purposely.
purpose.
Yeah.
I definitely don't agree with that.
No.
Now, I think he also might have been taken out of context. I think what he was saying was Dylan was on the rabbit. So I think what he was saying was Dylan was going to be intentional on just getting out to the lead.
Yes. Yes.
I think that's really what he meant, even though he didn't say it that way. I do think that's what he meant. I don't think that even Rapoli thinks that Dylan went out.
Dylan purposely tried to take 4 people out.
I don't think that's what he meant.
What he means. Exactly.
I don't think that's what he meant at all. No. But even with that, I mean, he was intentional to go out to the lead, but it is what it is. It's a part of the game. They allow trainers to enter multiple horses like that and go out and put one in that they have no intention of winning with.
Yeah. And by the way, if anything I can say too, by the way, right? If Mike, if you're watching our show tonight, to give you a little
we know Rapoli's a regular viewer.
He is a regular watching, exactly. Mike, if you're watching, okay, if Todd Pletcher is such your buddy, which he is, and his other horse just won the race, why don't you start out by saying, first, I congratulate Todd on a great win with Antiquarian, right? If you're such a, you know what I'm saying, if Todd's such your buddy and he just won why don't you start out with that first, you know what I'm saying, before, Zach, rather than just focusing on the thing. So you're taking away from not only your Antiquarian's win, but your own trainer's win, So why don't you start out with that, Mike, and then go into your story? Just a comment. Neil, nice job, bud. Great try.
Way to go.
$111.65 for $1. Nice job. Very nice, Neil. Very nice, Neil. Okay, we turn the page. We're only at 76. We're right in the game. 5th race, 13 minutes to post. And agree, Todd. 5.5 furlongs claiming purse 10,000 for fillies and mares, thrills and up, which have never won 2 races. And right now, our favorites are the 1 and the 7. And please tell me why the 1 is at 5-2. Any thoughts on that, Tim?
No.
No, that would be a no. Okay.
Yeah, somebody put an early bet in, and it's still early money because a minute ago I looked up and I think it was like 9-5 when the race first flipped over.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's just one person putting a bet on, and that might even disappear. You never know.
Exactly. Okay. So we look at the 7 here in this favorite race. In this race, 7's going to be the favorite. We know that. Jerry Brown, Stevenson, they're 23%. Okay. Who did this 7 last lose to? Unknown Caller. What did Unknown Caller just do in the last race?
That would be lose, Sean.
That would be spit the bit. Spit the bit. Exactly. So right there, I actually put on my note, I said, see how Unknown Caller runs the race before. Well, that didn't work. Exactly. So we're not, that horse is not, he's dropping down in class. I think you have to use him, you know what I'm saying? But he can be beat. and it's not the one that's going to do it. So,
Hey, Sean, the one on the last click went from 7-2 to 7-1.
yeah, I was going to say, I'm like, that is not the horse that's going to be, and exactly.
But the 5 off of the 20-1 morning line is your 4-5 favorite.
I think the cause are drunk from winning earlier. They're confused which horse they're betting right now. Yeah, if we can get 6-1 on the 7, that's not a bad play.
It's crazy because outside the 5, Sean, there are 3 horses that have $200 and some in the win pool, and the 5 has $1,100.
Yeah, exactly.
So somebody put $1,000 on the 5.
Mary who? Okay. Seeing if she can get back to that back class where 3 races in a row she came in second. She does get Patterson, who is riding very, very well right now. And that is a very interesting change. And in 3 mounts, they're 33% together. 4 for 5 in the money at the distance. So the horse is exactly. Says someone named Mary, I bet. Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, this horse though, Sean, moves to a new barn, and Jason Homer right now in 51 starts, first time with the trainer, is 4%.
Yeah, no, that's right. I'm just trying. I'm like,
I know
this
you're
is not
facetiously trying to make a case.
Yeah, yeah. I'm like, this is not working. So exactly,
No.
I'm not using that horse either. Exactly.
No,
Oh,
they can have that one.
They can have that one. I like the 2 Skylar's Fire. That is my first pick, and the reason I like this horse is I like the fact that he was between horses, made a strong rally for second last time at 5,000. Townsend's ridden a couple of times. I like the switch to Ball Rope from Townsend. The horse is 3 for 4 in the money at here. He is 0 for 11, but a lot of this group is, if you look at it, like there's not a lot and now interesting. The 1 who was a 5-2 is 1 for 2 at this distance, but that was at Arapahoe. So I don't think this horse is exactly. So the interesting horse in this race. So I went for a bit of a price. So I was 2, then the 7. I do think the 7 is very logical in the spot. And then my long shot was the 3 Zippy Season, Lauren Frazier and Antonio Whitehall, 30% together in a 10 race sample. So he has 1 together for you. And so maybe this horse could maybe revert to some of its back class with Whitehall and maybe get a piece. So I was 2, 7, and then 3.
Wow. All right. So we're going to be a little different in this race.
Yeah.
All right, Tom, listen up. My top pick in here is going to be the 6 Cyber Storm.
Yeah.
And the thing I like about the 6 is, Sean, what are the conditions? We didn't read the conditions.
Non-winners of 2 lifetime.
Non-winners of 2. I love me some non-winners of 2. So when I look at the wins, I mean, this one had a win a couple back. And when you look at that race and you look at this one and you look at everybody in here, we're cutting back to 5.5. But this is a horse who does show early speed. I think is going to be out front. First time against winners in a 12-5, that this horse took a big step up and didn't respond first time out. Did show some early speed in that race and kind of faded late, but that's to be anticipated. Now from that 12-5 non-winners of 2, we drop all the way down to a 5,000 non-winners of 2. And that win this horse had 2 back breaking the maiden looks pretty good now with the rest of this.
Yes, it does. Yeah, right.
I look at the rest of this field and I say, if this horse runs that race that she ran in breaking her maiden 2 back, she wins this race. And that's against the best in the race. I like the 8-1. I think we can take a shot, try beating the 7 based on what we saw there with Unknown Caller in the last. And This horse not even being able to keep up with those. I did have the 2 as my second pick. Your top pick, that one makes a lot of sense. This is another one who has 11 races at the distance, has never won, but does have a second and 3/3. So I definitely think it's more of an underneath play. I like the 6 as a bit of a price. The 7 would be my third. I think you have to put the 7 in there, but I think you can beat the 7 based on what we're seeing. But this horse has only got 5 races total, so not as experienced as most in the race, running non-winners at 2, but did break her maiden in a maiden special weight here at 5.5 at the distance. But when I looked at that race, Sean, and I looked at the time, that was 108.92. And if you look at the race 3 back for Cyberstorm, 5.5 here, 108.88. So, and that was second by a head. So this horse can run those figures. And I just think that she really fits well in this race. She, even though the class of what the 7 has been running against has been better, that allowance, she was way over her head. And the 7th place finish last, beating 11 3/4, shows that. And then even in that 10,000 non-winners at 2 last time out against Unknown Caller, that didn't really show a lot. So she's breaking down she's dropping down to another level, looking for a race to where she can be competitive. I think this is it, but I don't think she's the huge favorite that people would think. And I don't like the 5 at all. That 7-5 has got to change. So we'll see. And maybe that 1,000 stays there as just one person, but the odds are going to change when the real money starts coming in. The 7 probably takes over the favoritism, but I'm trying to beat that one. So 6, 2, 7 for me. And if I did add one more, I actually did have the 5 as one with a potential to going to be early speed and probably going to be fading late. Maybe could hold on for 3rd, but probably more likely than not finishes out the superfecta.
Yeah. And Neil's just been in a 2, 6, 7 try box the rest of the night, which is very smart. He's already won once nicely. So
and you know, Neil, if you're listening, that's exactly what I just said. I'm 6, 2, 7. So
yeah, no, very smart. Exactly, very smart. I like it,
Sean. I did this 2 races ago and we won. So
yes, let's do it.
Riders up!
It's always Riders Up time in Tuesday Night Lights. But
it is. Yes, it is.
Let's go. There is the 7. She's on her toes. Looks pretty good. The 8 horse.
It's pretty good.
Pretty good. Jeff Fafa. That horse has kind of disappeared, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has. Yeah. Both my girls have disappeared. This is kind of disappointing.
I know. Daisy's a doozy.
I know. And my other girl is gone. What has happened?
I don't know. They've all kind of.
Anna Kazana is, where have you gone, girl? And Daisy.
Tom, we need a track report on where Daisy's a doozy and Anna Kazana are.
Yes. Tom can be our investigative reporter. Tom, find out where Anna Kazana and Daisy's a doozy.
Yeah, Todd, the 11 was an also eligible and nobody else scratched, so the 11 is out.
Yeah. Groundhog has a $5 double of 7-1. Good luck, Groundhog. Over 112 units.
So the 7 is starting to come down. Is currently the second favorite. That 5 still has the money. Let me take a look at the win pool here. So yeah, I mean that $1,000 is still there. The horse now has $1,500, and the 7 has $1,100. So the 7's starting to take the money that horse should take. The 5 is still right there with the early money that this one took, but probably didn't take a whole lot more going forward. The 2 is the other one that's kind of taken a little. So it's probably going to be 7-2 on the favoritism if the 2 can catch the 5 as well.
Yeah. The Tom said the FBI couldn't find Jeff Affat and Daisy stuck in a starting gate somewhere.
I think Jeff Fafa still running this last race.
Yeah, exactly. Where's Anna Kazana? Exactly. Cherbourg. Ronald Ali.
Boo.
Yeah, because they have to get CS. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Danny
Danny
Bass.
Bass is playing a 2678 super box. Good luck, Danny.
Yeah, not a bad play at all, my friend.
No, I like those numbers.
Yeah, I like that, Danny. Bring it home.
I don't personally have the 8, but I have the other 3.
Yeah.
This just blows my mind. The 5 is actually taking a little bit more money as
I don't get it. Yeah, I really don't get it. Is this kid that good of a rider that we're just all of a sudden just betting him on everything?
No.
This is what it's become.
The horse still has to run the race, and
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
I just do not see it.
no, and as like
this horse has had 10 races at Assiniboia and hasn't won one.
Yeah,
we're going to make the horse favorite.
Anxious for Terrified Open, just right down the road from me. Oh, that's right, Danny. Danny's right down the road from Florence. Not too far from Tim. Get the whole house on 5, guys.
You know what, Sean? We're 0 minutes, which means we only have like 3 or 4 minutes left. So let's get her back in. Sean, I'm riding with Neil.
Love it.
We're gonna ride with Neil in this one. Here we go.
Love it.
We're gonna play a $2 try box 267.
Love it. J Worm's got 2-7 with 2-6-7-8. Good luck, J Worm.
We'll take that as long as that it's anybody but the 8.
Ethan's got a single 7-6-5-9. Six the plays and show. Thank you to everybody for joining us. I'll just be back in 1 second, my friend. Be right back. Yep.
All right, so once again, we're going to try box the 2, 6, and 7. I see a couple of other people here. Ethan's going to play a 7, 6, 5, 9 straight. Rick Alford's going to play 6 to place and show. Yeah, the 6 is actually my top pick, even though I'm going to box them up just to be covered. I do like the 6 a lot in this spot. I think the 6 makes sense, and the 6 to 1's a really good price. Ethan 7569 and 7659. Well, you can't say straight if you're going to play 2 of them, Ethan. So actually what you're saying is you're playing a 7 with a 5-6 with the 5-6 with the 9. So if under your logic, Ethan, I'm also playing a trifecta. I'm playing a trifecta straight. I'm playing a 2-6-7 straight. I'm playing a 2-7-6 straight. I'm playing a 6-2-7 straight. A 2. Okay, I won't keep going. Just messing with you. We got it. 2 minutes to post, as we are 2 minutes past the 0 minutes to post. Track math. We're trying to compete with Chucktown. They'd have to go another 10 minutes before we can compete with Chucktown. Coming up in races 6 and 7, the classic high five. Let's get ready. Bobby D win on the 4. The 4? I haven't heard anybody talk about the 4. 37-1. Bobby's taking a swing for the fences. I think Mauricio likes the 4. Bob says top picks 5, 2, 3. Yeah, Bobby, I'm just messing with you. I know exactly what you're doing by the win bet. I got you, my friend. Good luck to you, Bob. Hopefully we can get this try home. We want this 6 on top, though. Let's get the 6 on top. 6, 2, 7 in that order, which is actually how I had it. Let's do that. Yeah, let's do that. Good luck to everyone. Mauricio, también hablo español. Si quieres hablar en español, podemos. Pero si hablamos en español, Mauricio, seremos los únicos. Y los demás no nos van a entender.
All right, it's post time.
Mauricio wants us to do the whole show in Spanish, Sean. What do you think?
Oh, there we go. Tim could do it. I would have 5 words.
Hola,
amigos.
I said, if I do it all in Spanish, nobody else is going to understand us.
Yeah, exactly. I just keep saying, andale, andale, andale.
Neil, do what I did. Move to Spain for 10 years. And by the way, that helps. But really, the key was marrying a Spanish wife. That'll do it to you.
Yeah.
Zippy season.
Muy rápido.
Here comes Sparkle in the Sky.
Todd's going to play a little pick 3 here action. 6-7 with 1-3 with 6-7. Ooh,
Yeah,
Todd's living dangerously, leaving the 9 out in the last race.
Ooh.
Which part do you want to do, Neil? Move to Spain or marry a Spanish wife? Or both. You can do both.
Or both. You can do,
That's
you
what I
can do
Storm will be
both. 2
next.
for 1 special. I still can't believe this 5 is 5-2.
No, I definitely thought that the odds would change more drastically than they have.
Yeah, if this 5 wins this race, then this kid's the
Here
next
comes
Stevie
the
Coffin.
2-1 favorite. That's what he said. Cherbourg walks in. Here comes Blue Tango.
Blue
Just
Tango.
2 left to load. Flintlock to the outside.
Bob, I don't need to go to Spain for paella. I make it myself, and mine's as good as any out there. I got like 4 different sizes of paella pans. So.
The field is set. They're at the post.
Set at the post.
Get them out.
And the rock. From the far outside, Blue Tango away well. Sporting
Tango.
Star. Hard ridden on the inside. 3
I like where my 6 is at.
Going to be
Yeah.
Flintlock. Settle back behind them. Sparkle in
Cyberstorm,
the
let's go.
Cyberstorm. That's what he said. Marry who? 4 more to Skylar's Fire, and your trailers are going to be Zippy Season and Cherbourg. 23 and 4 the opening.
The 6 going.
Let's do the 6 and the 7. Now we just need the 2.
Tango.
2's going to come. He's coming from the back.
Favorite. That's what he said. Making up.
Let's go. Let's get it home.
Trying to gain on them. Mary Who. They hit the head of the lane.
Ooh, the 6 has got. He's got momentum. He's coming between.
Yeah.
He's trying to find room.
Come on, 2. The 2 is firing. If you could just.
Let's go 2. Oh, that's a 3.
Zippy Season coming real late. That's what he said. Is gonna win it. Second's gonna go to Cyberstorm. Third to Zippy Season, and fourth
7 and 6. Damn it!
That was a 2-6 exact the box we did. Yeah.
Damn it! You know what? It was 7 and 6 with Antonio Whitehall.
Yeah.
Friggin' Antonio comes in instead of the 2 horse. It's like
yeah.
First time tonight.
Yeah.
The Stewart's opposed to number 7. That's what he said. As your race.
That was my horse. Remember at the price. Let's be with Antonio.
They went the opening quarter 23 and 4. The half 48.
The 6. I'm telling you, he was loaded. He couldn't get through.
Yeah.
108 and 3.
That was my 3. I was 7-6-3. Or was I 2? I did 2. Sorry. Then 6-3. I have a child with a Mexican woman, Spanish woman.
6-3-5.
Number 6, Cyberstorm.
Yeah.
Second.
Mary Who, I did not like her in the top 3.
Fourth, the number 5, Mary Who.
All right, let's keep it a family show, Ethan. That's from the lounge. That was funny. That was funny, Ethan. That was funny.
That's a Thursday night comment.
Ethan. Yeah, that's a Thursday night comment. Very funny though.
In the lounge.
In the lounge, exactly. Right. Exactly.
Different show with Assiniboia on Tuesdays.
Right. Exactly. But we respect it, Ethan. We respect it. Exactly.
Now entering the winner's enclosure, the official winner of our VIP Fan of the Night race. That's number 7. That's what he.
You know what we're gonna do? This is what we're gonna do. You ready for this, Tom? This is Tom is gonna be our man. Okay. On the Fan of the Night race, Tom is gonna have a sign that says "Trust the Prophets." And he's going to go behind the face, and he's going to hold the sign. This is Trust the Prophets. And exactly. And that's how we're going to get our recognition.
Well, that 763 for $2 paid $243.
Wow.
Ouch.
And the 7.6 exact, the $22. That's not bad for those 2.
No, it's not.
Late double. Classic high 5 wagering.
Might should have done that exact instead of try, but
yeah,
that's all right. We were taking a swing.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And what do you call it? Jay Worm said Kurt talked up the 5 a little on the pre-race. Yeah, I just didn't quite get that 5 at all.
Time is running out to get your 50-50 tickets.
Get your 50-50 tickets, folks. Tom can because he's in Canada.
They don't let me buy those either.
I know.
I can't be fan of the night. I can't buy a ticket. I can't catch a break.
And we can't get the $50. Tom loves the idea. This is great. We're gonna get Tom. We're gonna get Tom and Trust the Prophecy. He will so go. That is awesome.
We need to also send him one of our Trust the Prophet T-shirts.
Yes, we do. Yes, we get Tom. Tom, we're gonna need your address. We're gonna need we're going to be signed in a T-shirt, Trust the Prophets T-shirt. Exactly. That would be awesome. You can just stand right at the Trustees Money Back Special.
Malathot just makes an appearance in the next to last race. What's
Zach.
Malathot?
At 1-7 the next race and 25 double, which will fix pick 4 and pick 5 loss. Okay. Love it. Love it, Malathot. Okay.
Pick 4, okay. Stop playing the pick 5 until it's a mandatory. Don't give me started.
All right. 6th race coming up here. 7. Yep. Perfect. And the 6th race is a maiden special weight. Purse 20,000 for maiden 3-year-olds and up. 3-year-olds. And yes, we have a full field of 10 entered.
And Sean, the number 1 is 8-5. Sean, will you remind me who's riding the number 1?
That would be one Ronald's favorite killer, Ali.
Toss him. Toss him out. He's a toss. We're not playing him.
Zach, yes. He is not riding Zach, yes. Now this is interesting. The 2, Judge Oliver has come in from Emerald Downs to run here. Interesting. All right, Tim. Who did you like here in the 6th race?
So I am going to try to beat the 1 in here.
Yeah.
And I'm going to try to beat the 1 with the horse that I thought was legitimately the next best in the race, and that is the 7, Do Not.
Yes. I think
Jerry Gorno.
Yeah.
What's that?
That was a hot rod horse. I think earlier it was saying Do Not. I think it was mentioned this horse. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, maiden special weight here kind of stepped up. If you look, I mean, this horse was actually racing in lower level maiden races earlier in the year, but seemed to be doing pretty well. And actually in that last race ran a decent second in there to Crusher Royale. So this is one that I think is moving forward. That last number came up pretty big. So definitely getting better. So maybe figuring it out and starting to put it together. And with some of them, it takes a bit. So definitely with Gorno, you got to respect everything he sends out. So I think that 3 for 4 in the money, maybe this is the time. This is the time to get the win. And I am seriously going to try to beat this 1 in here because, I mean, this 1, the thing about this was, Sean, I looked at these and oh, by the way, if you look 2 back, that was Flying Tex, who Flying Tex was the horse in the first race earlier tonight. Who failed to get it done. In that race, that horse finished a badly beaten 4th in there, even though
and do not beat him last race.
What's that?
And do not beat him last race.
Exactly. And that was the exact thing, that Do Not was ahead of him in the last. So I just think that this horse is just taking too much money, and the odds have come way down in the last couple of races. So I'm going to play against this one. And you know, the next best thing in these maiden races after the 1, and I looked at some of the other horses that have races, I don't like any of them. So I'm going to play first time starters. Yeah. And the one I really like in here is the 4, Preacher's Secret.
Preacher's Secret, yeah. Townsend, yeah.
The dam on this horse, Sean, she has sent out 2 first-time starters, and she's got 1 win and 1 second.
Yeah, not bad at all. Yeah.
So each of her starters have finished in the money, and then you look at, you know, out of the 2 starters, out of 5 races, they haven't been out of the exacta.
Yeah, yeah.
So she's thrown a couple of good ones so far, and I think that this is one. The works look okay. There's a good bullet back on the 27th at Emerald Downs. So that's one that I think you should keep an eye on and see how this one looks in the post parade and everything. But looks like that one fits for sure. And then out of the rest of the first time starters, I'm going to take our girl Sierra because I think she's going to do what she's been doing. This one, Sean, the dam on this one has had 5 first-time starters. 3 of 5 have finished third in their first race.
Wow.
Okay, so 3 of 5 have finished third. That's her specialty. That's Sierra's specialty. She takes this one back. She's going to give him one good run and try to come up late, and she does it pretty well. I mean, she's already done it one time tonight, but I look for this one to come closing up late and maybe get a piece. And then I would add the one underneath as my 4th pick, but 7, 4, 2, 1. But I really do like the 7 on top. Even without the issues with Ali and everything, I see reasons in those last 2 races to play against this one, especially at 4 to 5. And we're going to get 6 to 1 on the 7. Yeah, I like that better, especially when the 7 beat that horse, was second in the last race, and this horse was third.
Yep. Let's see what this costs. $18. Let's see what these exactas pay.
Look at who Kurt's got on top. I didn't even see that. He's got the 4 that I like.
4, yeah, 11 to 1, yeah.
But he doesn't have the 7 at all. Although Stretch has got that one second. There's a 7 right there.
Yeah, right there. Danny's got a super box 1798. Curtis Danette has 19 with 19247 with 19247.
Hey, I'm going to throw out a spoiler alert too before we even talk about next race. If anybody here wants to play doubles and you like somebody in this race, the 9 in the next race was my best bet of the night.
Yeah.
I love the 9 in the next race. I think that horse wins for fun. That was my bet of the night. So if you're looking at a horse to play a double from this race to 1 in the next, I like the 9 a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, 811 is called Dig. Say Dig. Now if I confuse it down with big Dig Safe. There you go. Love it. Love it.
Man, I didn't like this 3 at all.
Yeah, no, I didn't either. And my question is, the horse goes off in a maiden special weight and runs not bad, you know what I'm saying, but the 55 cents, and then goes to open and still goes from 55 cents to 15 to 1. You think someone would have bet him.
And then finishes dead last, beating 20 lengths, and then disappears.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
For 3 months.
No, thank you.
Yep. And beating that because he was steadied in that race, but after being steadied, I'll take a pass.
Ethan's got a 1-4-3-7 straight. Good luck, my friend.
Ethan says he does have the 9 to close his pick 3 in the next. So, Ethan, you just need to get this leg through. I think I like the 9 quite a bit in the next.
Neil's got a 1-7-8 try box. Good luck, Neil. Tim, if I know you got tomorrow, if you need to, I'll be happy to take it home.
Yeah, I probably will after this race.
Yeah. Okay. No worries. I gotcha. I gotcha. The only thing I don't like about these first timers is that Homer is not the best first time starter training. You know,
No.
trainer. You know, and I would like to see a couple more workouts. You know, on the tab, if you will.
Yeah, he doesn't have a huge barn, so he hasn't had a lot. He's 0 for 6, but maybe he goes 1 for 7.
Yeah.
And I really don't have the horse on top anyway. I think it's an underneath play. But that 27 June workout, that 5 furlong at Emerald Downs, that's a nice workout. Handily from the gate. 59 flat, best of 11. And then you can even go back to the 31 May at Emerald Downs. That's a really sharp 4 furlong work at Emerald Downs, 46 and 4.
Yeah. Tom made his high five plays when he had lunch long before the pregame shows. All right, here we go. This is going to be called. And how much money do we have right now? 65?
Yes, it's updated. I updated it. So
Yeah.
64.50.
Let's see.
Okay. 2
Okay.
races, so plenty.
I'm going to leave you with $46.
You're going to leave yourself because I'm going to let you play it. I'll give you my picks. And
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's right. Okay. Yo, do you want to do this race then? And I can do the last one?
Go ahead. I'm good.
Okay. Hit the button.
Let's do it.
The anti-Ali bet. I'm going to do a $2 exacta all one. I do think this one is good enough to stay in the try. You know what I'm saying? But he will. If we can get one of these first timers to beat him at the line. Let's see this try. I love it. There's Haggis. All the Scottish people rooting for Haggis. Do not. Lenny Cigaret. Lenny has ridden at Woodbine before. Football Factory has 100 on the 2. Let's go with Mrs. Pruitt. Ronaldo Cumberbatch. 4 minutes to boast.
Seven 4-2-1-9.
There you go. So, love it.
That's my classic high five. Straight up.
Was it
7-4-2-1-9?
219. Okay. So remember, folks, if my 1 is in second, but the 7, 4, and 2 and 1 are all good, we all know. Yes, he has. Yes, Tom. He has ridden at Hastings. Yeah. Tom, do you follow Hastings at all? Because a good friend of mine rode there a couple of years ago, and he had some pretty good success. His name is Efrain Hernandez. He's now riding back at Los Alamitos in the States, but he had good success up there for a couple of years. 0 minutes. They're running to the gate. They're streaking to the gate.
So right now in the doubles pool, the 1 is the favorite in this race. To the 9 in the next is paying $7.80 for $2.
Wow.
But if you can get past that one, everything else with the 9 is paying okay. Even the 7 is paying 27 for 2. So if you got somebody you like in here, I would play a double to the 9 in the next.
Yeah. $60s.
My best bet of the night.
Yep. Also, one of my good friends up there, Tom, I don't know if you've seen him. He's a race caller up there named Ken Gee, Gee. Very talented race caller up there. Great guy. And then we have Murray Slaw out there at the Century Mile.
Is Whitehall Scottish? He's on haggis.
He's on haggis. What's this bunch of crap? It's got to be Scottish. It's got to be crap. That used to be a great Saturday Night Live thing. If it's Scottish, it's got to be crap. Ethan's alive with a pick 3. There you go. Thanks, Tim. Let's get one for Irad.
I like Irad. I give him shit, but I like Irad. And you know what I like as much about anything is forget what he does on track. That guy comes off the track. He takes time. He stops with the kids. He takes pictures. He signs everything for everybody. And it's just like.
All right, let's see. So Ethan asked a question. Where do go here? I'm alive for the pick 3, so should I ride it in case this next pick is wrong, or go all in since we are all in favor of the 9 wins the last race? You do what you want, my friend.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I would say is this, Ethan: are you changing your mind about who you have in this race? I like who you have in the next. So are you changing your mind? Is there anybody you missed in this race that for your pick 3, you think, oh, I wish I would have included this one? Then I would play a double with that one to the 9 in the next. But I wouldn't double down what you've already got in the pick 3 because the doubles are going to pay a little bit less than that. So, but if you think you missed somebody, like you don't have the 7 here and you think that you really want the 7, then I would play a double 7-9. But I wouldn't double down what I got in the pick 3.
Phil McCracken. Tim the Hook McCracken. They brought their freaking toys. The greatest movies of all time. Slapshot.
I can't tell you back in the day when I was a kid and it was like the early days of cable, how many times I watched that movie on Showtime.
Next up, Judge Oliver.
That movie was hilarious.
One of the first-time starters goes in. Here comes Huey's Success.
Here we go.
Preacher's Secret.
Good luck, Ethan.
Another first-time starter. Walks right in. Cortex. The third first-time starter is in. Haggis, another first-time starter.
Haggis.
Here comes Do Not.
Do not. How do you bet a horse named Do Not Bet?
Sergeant Philco's turn.
It's just like the horse they have up here, real slow. How do you
Yeah,
bet?
right. Yeah,
There's
right.
who lost
Exactly.
the load.
Hey, Dad and I cashed in that horse the one night he came second at like 60 to 1.
Yes. All right. Next to last race of the night. Good luck, everybody.
Good luck, everybody.
Smoking on by.
Smoking on by.
Smoking on by.
We don't even get the half price appetizers. That's what I'm pissed about. Oh, someone's.
Vortex. Fractures in the gate.
Somebody turn over.
Yeah, Vortex jumped up.
They moved it. They moved the camera away pretty quickly.
Yeah, they did pretty quickly. Yeah.
Anytime they do that, there's something they don't want you to see. So
Yeah, we could have a late scratch here.
it's the 60 to 1 shot. I think
We are moving along so well.
Exactly. We're going to remove the longest shot on the board. Then they're going to have to pull everybody out and move them in. And
Oh, I hate that.
yes, exactly.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a late scratch to report in this 6th race.
Scratch the
Scratch
5.
number 5.
All right.
Cortex.
Now our bet is a $16 bet.
Here in the 6th race.
Scratch number 5.
Number
Cortex. Yes, so we get $2 back.
If you wagered on number 5,
Update the
Cortex,
banner.
there will be a complete refund if you use number 5 Cortex in your pick 3.
Just let them go.
Or pick
60 to
5.
1. Come
The favorite
on.
at post time will be substituted. Late scratch here in race 6. Scratch number 5, Cortex. And with that scratch, the field will be unloaded. Approximate post time, 3 minutes away.
3 minutes away.
You're a horse that's 60 to 1. Whoa. How many people had them?
Oh, my goodness.
60. Bilko.
All right, here we are, race 6 at Chucktown.
We were doing so well. Paul, good, I need to pee. Go to the refrigerator now, folks. Get your snack. Exactly. Whatever you're doing.
Ooh, Tom said Badaloo ended up on his back. That's not good.
Oh no.
Hopefully he's okay.
Rolls are rolls.
Yeah, anytime they take that head-on shot and like immediately pan out away from the gate.
Yeah, that's not a good thing. Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know the configuration. I wonder if there's like a back way that they can bring the horse, or do they have to wait until they're through that chute? Probably have to wait until they're done. You know?
I bet they do. I bet he stays back behind the gate.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Bobby, it makes no sense to me why we have to move them in. Leave it empty and go.
Yeah, Australia does the same thing. Australia says late scratch at 2:23, right, and the race just goes.
Yes.
Sorry, you that was the chances you take. Bye bye. Let the race run.
Tom says it's a little tight back there.
The overwhelming 1-2 favorite. First into the gate.
Ethan, it gives you one more chance to decide if you want to make a backup bet. Just to tempt you a little longer, bud.
Here comes Huey's success.
I agreed, Bob Jackson. I love their way they do it. I think we should do it the way Australia does it. You give him 3 times to go in. If he doesn't go in, he's a scratch.
Will be next.
No fooling around. Oh, you're in the parking lot. Okay, gotcha.
Here comes Haggis.
There comes Haggis.
Do not.
Do not.
Will be next.
For the second time, do not.
Sergeant Filko walks in. Just 2 left to load. Spike it rich. And now just waiting on Smoking on by.
Smoking out of it. Yeah, no doubt, Neil.
Todd, I'm not sure I understand the comment. We weren't talking anything about that. We were just saying that they should leave the stall empty and run. But believe me, I've been in lots of stalls and around horses, and yes, I know the dangers. I grew up on horse farms. After this race, I'll give a quick story of my claim to fame with Seattle Slew.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, this is a great story. Are we ever going to let them go?
Reminder, we've got a $2 exacta all one. And
Yeah.
all does not include the 5 Cortex
Smoking
now.
on by,
Right.
giving the gate crew a little workout.
Yakima Downs famous Seattle Slew.
He was gorgeous. And a monster.
Yeah, absolutely. Yakima Downs. What are we doing here?
What is going on?
I have no idea. Are we having this is the second time? We have another late scratch? What are we doing here?
Ladies and gentlemen, we have another late scratch to report in this 6th race. Scratch number 10, Smoking on by.
Okay, they shouldn't have to move them in for that one. Let's go.
Yeah, exactly.
Scratch number 10, Smoking on by. If you wagered on number 10, Smoking on by,
Now we're down to 14.
refund. If you use number 10, Smoking on by,
Get another $2.
3s, 4s, 4, 5.
We're up to 50.
will be substituted.
Hell, we're gonna make money and the race isn't even
Scratch
run.
in the sixth race. Scratch in 10. Smoking on.
Oh, that's
by.
funny.
Looks like the field is ready.
Here we go. Let's go.
There we go.
They're at the post.
Scratch the balls. I'll go home. And they're off. There we go.
From the far outside, Spike It Rich. Showing early speed with Do Not to the inside. Sergeant Philco also has sights on the front end. Gonna make it 3 wide. Calming Force, the favorite. Settled back in fourth, another length. That's gonna be Haggis. Then Huey's Success. The trailers, Judge Oliver and Preacher's Secret. 24-1 the opening quarter. And Spike It Rich with the lead by a length and a half.
Rich.
Do Not on the inside. Gonna try and reel him in. Back in third, Sergeant Phil.
Come on, Do Not.
And making a move to the outside. Calming Force and Judge Oliver. They hit the head of the lane.
Let's go, Seacrest. Get up there.
With the lead, but here comes Calming Force. And
the one's gonna run him down because he knows.
Keep the 9 up there, Sean. Get the 9-1.
Side has collared, and now
Oh my God!
No, even Assiniboia wouldn't let him do that. You know.
Hey, Sean. I do want to say this.
Yeah.
Did you see who was behind the 1 and 9?
Yeah.
The 2 first-time starters, 4 and 2.
Yeah.
Those were my 2 first-timers for sure. Good grief, that sucked.
I could tell the 9, he wasn't going full on.
He was throwing in the towel.
Yeah, exactly. That's why Ali won, because there was a delay. Yeah, when I have Stevenson versus,
I'm not a fan of the Seacrest guy. They brought him up here,
Yeah.
Ever since Baudry went down, this is who they brought up to ride, and it's just haven't been impressed.
Good job.
Number 1, Calming Force. Adds a race winner. Second goes to number 9, Spike It Red.
Yeah, both 2 and the 4 did not break well at all. I'd watch both of them next time. I would put both of them in your stable mails. Both put Preacher's Secret and Judge Oliver. Remember, he does not do well first time out. I would put them both in your stable mails and bet them accordingly next time.
Because I think the four for sure. I think that 4 is one to watch.
Yep, for sure.
All right, real quick before I get out of here, Sean, I'm going to tell you my Seattle Slew story.
Yeah, give your Seattle Slews. Yeah.
So, I as I've said many times, I grew up in Lexington. My uncle actually worked on a horse farm in the area in Paris, Kentucky, right there on Paris Pike, and they didn't have any hugely famous horses, but they had a lot of mares, and at that time in the late 70s, early 80s, you're breeding a lot of horses. This would have been the early 80s. And anyway, we're taking a mare to breed, and I went with them, and I found out that we're breeding to Seattle Slew. So we get to the breeding barn, and they bring Slew in, and we do the normal thing. They take the mare by the teaser and make sure that that she's ready and she's going to accept the the stallion and everything, and do the usual. And then they clean her up, and it's a big deal because with these studs, there's a process to it. So one thing that they do is they also come up and they wrap the mare's tail, and then they have what they call a tail holder, somebody to hold the tail up out of the way. So as the stallion mounts, the horsehair doesn't cut him, in any place it might be sensitive. So they're like, "You want to hold the tail?" And I'm like, "Sure." And then here comes Slew, and he's like right there, and this thing's right in my face, and it's just like he's all 16 hands of him, and he,
Wow.
big, beautiful dark bay, and I'm sitting here holding the tail of my mare while Slew mounts her. So that's my Seattle Slew story.
That's awesome. That is fantastic. Love that story. Yep, for anyone who had the 1.9 exacta that pays $16.40. Try 194, my birthday. 848. Twin super effective 1942 4306. I think Todd had that. Good job, Todd.
Yeah, believe me, Neil, it was like horse porn. And it's like when you're holding the tail, it's a lot closer than you want it to be.
Yeah, right. Jesus Christmas, no thanks. Yeah, me too. I'd be like, no. I'll be outside if you need me. All right, Timmy. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, real quick, Sean. I do have the 9 as my best bet of the night. I really like the 9. The 6 makes a lot of sense, but I like a horse in here that I think could be a little bit of a price, and that is the 1 horse. So I think that the 1 could also be there. So I'm 9, 6, and 1.
Okay. He's going with Colonel Klink. Exactly. I see nothing. I hear nothing. I say nothing. The good old Colonel Klink. Yeah.
All right, everybody, I'm out. Sean has got you for the last race. I will see everybody Thursday night in the lounge.
Thank you, buddy.
See
Have
you,
a
my
great
friend.
night.
You too.
And with that, we're back. Todd likes the 3 here. Good luck here. We're going to see. We're going to go through this race and we're going to get ourselves a winner here. Man, I thought for a second there the 9 was looking good. And then Stevenson all of a sudden just puts the choke thing on him. And I'm like, okay. He's letting the 1 go right by. Is Thursday Del Mar? No, it is. We are back to Woodbine. We are back to Woodbine. Last week was only because of. Actually, that's a great question. I think we're back to Woodbine. Let me check here. Give me 2 seconds on that. Let me see while we're in there because we can show Woodbine. And let me see. And their big race coming up there is the Woodbine Mile coming up soon up there on the inner turf because their turf course is closed now. The E.P. Taylor. Woodbine racing schedule. There we go. Let me see here. Let's see here. September. Yes. So we will be at Woodbine this Thursday. First race is 5:30. We will try to be there for that. I may be a little late for that, but we will definitely be there. Yep. Woodbine only did not run last week because of the sale and because they had a holiday this Monday. So which is Civic Day. So anyone who's Canadian, happy Civic Day. But Football Factory's got the 3 in the last race. Good luck, my friend. Yes, Tom. Yep. So I was up there for the King's Plate. The idea is it will be open for the mile and the international next year, and but if it is done a little bit earlier, might make the King's Plate, but they are highly doubt that. So, but their goal is for the mile and the international to be back on the new EP Taylor turf course. And I can already tell you, they're all working very hard already on it, taking it apart. So, Terry Fox Day. Okay. Thanks, Tom. Yeah. Bobby D's got exact 9-3 with 6-2. All right. Here we go. So our bankroll is $50 here. And let's take a look at this field here. A little bit on the thing here. See, let us know who you like here. We got big investment. Maria Stanford, Deshaun Bino took over last time and led for a little bit, but got tired there after opening up 16-1. Slew's back out of Beacon, Judy Hunter, and Ronaldo Cumberbatch. They're 0 for 17 together. Todd's alive to the 3-9, toasted. Magnolia Speed, Elton Dickey, and Antonio Whitehall dropping in class down to from 5 to 3. Interesting thing. Antonio has never ridden this horse before, but they are 52% together. So that could be an interesting pick here. Neil's got a 9-3-2 try box. Good luck, my friend. Bobby D again's got the 9-3-6-2 exact box. Flying Ghost is Ray Gadapi and Pruitt. She rode this horse last time in 5,000 and was 6 wide on the inside of the turn. Came in 5th, but does drop. 25-1. 5 is Sol del Sur. Curtis Maxwell did Dalrymple 50-1. This horse would have to really improve to be there. Olympic legend Jason Homer Townsend. A nice bullet work there on July 1st, and tried to lead in both and got tired, but is dropping down to 3,000. Getting some plates 7-1. Ride 'em, Tiffany Husbands and Bennett. This horse really would have to step up. Yeah, 5, no chance at all. Yeah, Ride 'em, and I don't think Ride 'em does either. Really slow. There's our buddy. Almost won the race at 69-1. But yeah, he's just too slow. And then the 9, Colonel Klink, who has been oh so close 2 races in a row, trying to get it, that elusive win tonight at 6 furlongs. So we have 492. Kurt's got 492, and Stretch has got 964. So see what we can do here. See if we can get a. Danny Bass has got a 9624 super box. As we get closer to the end of the meet, these races become even more challenging and challenging. We'll dawdle down to the parking lot. Love it. And you can tell the 6, wow, Olympic Legend is a little feisty here. Already running his race here. Six, not liking this paddock thing at all. Clearly not the sleepy pick, for sure. 7 minutes to post, which means we have 10 minutes to post. Ask yourself, what would Irad do? He would jump on a horse here and win. That's what he would do. So we have 6 minutes to post. Yeah, more like 12 minutes, Tom, exactly. They're building up that classic high five growing pull. They're like 4-9 and six is pretty acting up there. Oh, which horse would Irad jump on? That's a great question. $2,000. Love it. This is an interesting race here. How many horses have we got? We got 8. Okay, so there you go. And what does, let's see, what does the question. The 6 might be juiced up. Could be. He's on his toes tonight. That's for darn sure. That is for sure, indeed. Okay, $1,500 now in the classic pool and growing. 4 minutes. Kurt's got the 4 on top. Stretch has got 20 to show on the 4. And Stretch's got a $3 exacta box 469. Not a lot of people playing the 2 though. Kurt's playing the 2. Marv's got a 2-6 exacta box. Good luck, Marv. Let's see what they're saying here. Okay. Let's see. Now we have exactly. So this is where you have to be creative. Because you could play the 9 all, but you lose money like 6 times there. That's not worth it. You could try to beat the 9. Riders up for the last time tonight. Señor La Última Laguna Antonio que no y cruzar la roya. Yeah. Should we get Tim there to translate that for us? 3-2 on the outside horse. Who does Antonio have in this race? Let's see. He has a 3 Magnolia Speed dropping down at 13-1. That's actually who I like in this race. The 3. The 3 dropping could actually be extreme value there at 13-1. I want to see if they 9-2-4-1-8 straight to 6 is going to not have a good race and fall back like Ethan. Could happen. That 6 was definitely on his toes. 1 minute to post, which means 7 minutes to post for race 7. 7 doesn't even have the exercise rider. That's how confident he is. Really slow. There's really slow. He's making his way down the track really slow. And there's Colonel Klink, Zen Ballrope, and Steve Kaplan Jr. We have 1 minute to go. Let's see how much early money is still alive here, shall we? We got 2,000. We got 14,000 on the 5. Does that just say 14,000 money still alive on the 5? Huh. Interesting. Double pays 114. 15 minutes to post. Exactly, Neil. It's like it's their tribute to Chucktown. All right. With 0 minutes to post, I feel an upset brewing. I may be wrong, but we have $50 left. And I feel an upset brewing here. I like Magnolia Speed. Elton Dickey, they're 52%. Drops down. Antonio stays for the mount. 5 for 8 in the distance in the money. 8 for 13 at the track. So, okay. Pick is in. So I am going to do, Tim does the pick thing. I'll just write it. Here we go. Official bet. I'm going to do a $3 exacta. 3 all 3, which costs $48. That is our official mount. That's going 25 to win on the 4. Good luck, my friend. Let's take this off just for 1 second here. Quickly just get that, and we'll get in the volume here. Just make sure everything's good. And thank you again to everybody for joining us tonight. So appreciate you guys being with us in this late hour, but you're still troopers here. I think this 3 is going to be interesting money here. On the drop down, Antonio stays here. There we go. 3 all 3. I'm going for a price. They're not going to let the 3 win. $24 pick 3 versus 2, 4, 5. Okay. Let's see if this 3 can get If it's meant to be, I'm on 3. There you go. I don't know why he's 14-1, considering he's dropping down from 5,000 to 3,000. So I don't. That's definitely a drop. I may be wrong here, but we've been wrong before. It's post time. Can't play that music. Love it, Football Factory. Ice Cold Exacta 3-4. Wow, that would be a great one, J Worm. We'll take that one. Okay, Antonio. Shock the world here and show us what's done here.
Big investment. The first one in for the nightcap. Next up, Magnolia Speed. Line Ghost walks right in. Here comes Sol del Sur. Olympic Legend now in. Next up, Ride Up. Here comes Really Slow. Just 2 left to load. Colonel Clink, the 3-2 favorite.
Good luck to everyone.
And now just waiting on Slough's back. Colonel Clink backed away.
Colonel Clink backed away.
Now is in. And last up, Slough's back. They're all set. They're at the post. And they're off. From the middle of the track, that's Olympic Legend. Showing early speed, as is Big Investment. And Slough's back on the inside. Magnolia Speed back to 4th. Then it's Ride 'em in 5th. Colonel Clink back in 6th. Really Slow. And back to your trailers. That's going to be Line Ghost and Sol del Sur. 23-4 the opening quarter.
That's
Olympic
quick.
Legend with the lead by a neck. Slough's back to the inside. Making a big wide move. Here comes Colonel.
Come on, Antonio, up the rail, kid.
Speed in 3rd. Back and forth. Slough's
Come on,
back.
Antonio. Ask him again.
Lane.
Come on, they're going wide. Come on, Antonio.
Olympic
Come on,
Legend
Antonio.
with the short
Up the
lead.
rail, Antonio.
Speed on
Come
the
on,
inside.
Antonio.
Colonel
Up the rail.
to the
Come on,
bow.
Antonio.
Outside.
Come on, Antonio. Push him.
Or Olympic Legend.
Oh, that's a bad beat.
Back in Olympic Legend.
Oh, that's a bad beat.
Second is going to go to Colonel Clink. Third
We may
to
have an
Magnolia
inquiry, but
Speed.
oh,
Fourth to
man.
Ride 'em, and 5th to Line.
21-1, and he comes in 3rd. I thought he was going to maybe get with him. So who won that? Was it the 6-9? Was that the rambunctious one? That one? Yeah, the 6. I almost did a 6-3-9 too. Oh, I thought for a second there, I thought the 21-1 third. I thought we'd
The supposed to number 6 Olympic Legend.
no
Race
6-3-9.
Second goes to number
Yeah,
9,
but
Colonel
the reason I
Clink.
didn't do
Third,
6-9-3 is
number 3,
because
Magnolia
exactly
Speed.
right there.
Fourth,
You know,
number 7, Ride 'em,
it doesn't pay
and
anything.
fifth to number 4, Line Ghost. They went the opening quarter 23 and 4.
Yeah.
47 and
That
2.
6 was definitely
5
on the
great
engine tonight for
furlongs,
sure,
a
Neil.
minute and 3/5.
Oh,
Time for the
I
6
thought for a
furlongs,
second turning the corner there when the two of them went
1:17
wide. I thought the I thought the three might get on the inside and beat them both to the line. That would have been incredible. 6-3 paid some good money too. Man, I thought we had what was 6-9 would have paid. I mean the 6-3 would have paid, yeah. Sucks. $82. We were close. We were close. Who had it though? Let's see who had it so I can compliment those people. I actually liked the 3, by the way. I could not believe that 3 was 21 to 1 on the drop. That made no sense. that Neil, this horse will be off the grounds within 10 minutes. Let me see here. Rick had 2 with 3, 4, 8, 9. Rick had 9 with 2, 6. Oh, so close. A-Worm had 3, 4. Both those horses hit the board. Factory, I thought we had it there. Paul had the 3. Ben McCross, Paul. Mel thought it had his girl Sierra there. Oh, it's official. Bum. 9-2-4-1. Oh, close. Yep. So, oh well. Well, thank you to everybody for joining us tonight on the show, my friends. Always great to see you all, and we almost got that. Wouldn't that have been a thrill if the 3 could have won at 21 to 1? But thank you, Todd, Malthot, Tom. Oh, high five carryover, Bobby D. Yeah, it's better than losing, better than ripping them up, Bobby. And with Tom, thank you, Neil, Rick, Jeff, Jay Worm, Football Fantasy, thank you. All Ethan, thank you for joining us, my friend. Angel, Marv, always great to see you. And everybody's joined. Danny Bass, thank you so much, my friend. Everybody, we will see you in the lounge. Have a great day tomorrow, and we'll see you for Woodbine, where we're going to be back in the winner's circle at Woodbine. Talk to you soon, guys. Thanks.